Two walks are like me, you go pick and choose. I seen those fiends just to get in the loop. Put to they pointed like Tupac and Juice. They got sick of the running and picked up the deuce. Logo gon' make niggas shaking they boots. Looking like Ricky when they in pursuit. I got a dream that I'm trying to pursue. If it feel I'm like Biggie, just give me the loot. Megatron, bitch, I'm a villain. Pressure on to make a killing. Leprechaun, green to the ceiling. Put 6 dots up on your head, now you krillin'. Double cross me from the game, you forbidden. Never a way that you gon' be forgiven. Weapons draw, now blood is spilling. This happens every damn day that earth spinning. Talk to my demons, they got me believing that I'ma go crazy like I'm Majin Buu. I'ma just go right through anyone in front of my money and everything I'm trying to do. But they can't stop me, these niggas don't like me, these niggas is whack and I feel like the news. Some of them, they just be blind to the fact cause they mans got some up and they don't have a clue. I'ma just leave all these little niggas hurt. All you gotta do is just mention me first. Niggas be mad cause they making this dirt and be me cause I put all these beats in the hearse. They like the way I be going berserk. Try be like me but they putting in work. Talking on Twitter, I'm thinking they birds. Mention me and I bet you my niggas gon' lurk. Niggas, they knew I was different since birth. You not 100, don't like to converse. Niggas be bitches should put on the skirt. We send you to the doc, we send you to the nurse. Keeping good luck cause I stay on alert. Finish the nigga and one is for sure. Get to the line and I'm finna convert. You not eating, you niggas save room for dessert. Hate is contagious, but I got the antidote. Popping they top like I opened the can of coke. If niggas ever forget and they think I'm in last, I'll drop 50 just like I'm Leangelo. I make your bitch come right out of her pantyhose. Niggas run up in these niggas on panic mode. Ripping these beats on my words highly flammable. 007 the motherfucking animal.
Yo, what is up, YouTube Boxer family? It is K Rise 7435. I'm back at it with another good show for y'all today. Let's get the show right up on the road. Here's the link if anybody wants to come through. But I also got Mr. Tim Muzzy coming through. So salute to Mr. Skywalker, aka Tim Muzzy. You know, the absolute high-rise construction working legend. So yeah, man. I just figured I'd just go live, just to chop it up on some boxing. I'm gonna play some games, while I'm at it, and I'll just say what I need to say, and I'll go from there. So yeah, pretty much. As far as what's been going on lately, it's just been so much commotion in the sport of boxing. And I think honestly, the sport itself is definitely coming to a point where everything is very, how should I say, there's just so much to talk about because now boxing is definitely trending on a global level and domestic. So, but salute to Mr. Skywalker.
What, brother?
Yeah. How's it going?
Man, pretty good. How's your day, man?
Pretty good. It was a busy day today for my job, but I had a lot of fun. I like it when it's busy, but I kind of feel like at the state of what's going on right now, especially on an economic domestic level, there's not enough work for my job. So certain days it might be very busy, but 9 times out of 10 it's pretty much a 50-50 coin flip. So
nice, bro. What do you do for a living?
I'm a forklift dock worker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That takes some skill, bro. I've messed with forklifts before, and
yeah.
you ride them every day, you get good at them.
Yeah. Because I work for.
We turn the propane knobs off on the forklift on each other, bro, and we wouldn't be looking. We'd run up and turn somebody's shit off, so when they would go, they would stall out.
Yeah. Yeah, because I work for XPO Logistics, but I'm basically like a forklift dock worker, and I just basically load and unload freight. Yep.
Yeah. And you got to know how to load the trucks, man, like the certain axle weights and how to put the pallets in a certain pattern, right?
Yeah. You got to pinwheel it. You have to make sure that the weight's not overloading.
Yeah, so they don't get fined, by DOT. Their axle's too heavy,
Yeah, fuck DOT. But
hey,
I mean,
I was
Huh?
looking at some fight. I was looking at some fights, and there's a good fight in Brooklyn at the end of the month.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Jose,
yeah. Danny Garcia.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Jose Benavidez fighting a while, man. Has he been fighting?
The last fight he's been in was at 154 against that Argentinian dude that everyone thought that he should have lost.
Yeah, he fought Bud too.
Yeah, so he basically only fought like once throughout the year, and then prior to his last fight with Crawford, that was back in 2018. Basically, he's been out of the ring for like I'd say well over 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, yeah, and he was like promising, but didn't he had an accident where somebody had shot him in the leg or some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Phoenix is
really
kind
thought.
of ghetto,
I
bro.
really, I think honestly, like if Jose Benavidez never got shot in his leg, I think he would have stopped Terrence Crawford, because he had like the style to beat him, but he wasn't able to use his he wasn't able to be physically healthy coming into that fight, because obviously he got shot, and then he had to take a lot of time off. So just coming right back into it just to fight Terrence Crawford, coming off of a massive long layoff, like
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, physical therapy, all that shit.
Yeah. Like it just doesn't make any sense to just go right back into the high level
Yeah,
after
that's
suffering. Yeah,
go into the fire. Yeah, you can't do that, especially if you're jacked up. Spence kind of did it, but he was all right, man. Luckily, like he came out
yeah,
unscathed. Car accident, but a lot of the naysayers were saying, "Oh, Spence, he's not going to recuperate from this." When he fought Danny Garcia,
yeah.
but
Because everyone thought like Errol Spence was gonna get knocked out, and he wasn't
I
gonna take the yeah.
yeah, I was just worried about him when I seen the car, bro. When I seen the picture of the car, I was like, "There's no way that he's gonna be able to box again, bro." I was one of them, bro. At first, just when I seen the car, dog. You know what I mean? But somehow, some way, God looked out for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I
Because
had I had my eye blown out, bro, in the army. I'm a Purple Heart. This eyeball got blown out with an IED, and
oh
I
my
lost.
god, really?
Yeah, it came out of socket. They had to push that shit back in. I wear contact
Yeah,
lenses.
man. Wow. Like I feel so bad.
Yeah, bro. So my eye, I have a fucking right, bro. But I'm alright, dog. Like I can get punched in the eye all day. You know what I mean? So, that was a
Yeah. Like it doesn't stop you. Like if somebody has like a problem with you, at a bar, and they try fighting you. Yeah, man, that's so crazy, man. Oh my god.
salute, Terry.
Yo,
How you doing?
Terry.
Yo, what up, guys? What up? My apologies. I was over here. I got AC running in the back, so if you hear that humming, that's my AC because, dude, we going through a heat wave here, and I'm making Hey, salute to you, Mr. Tim, and also K-Rod. It's always a pleasure to jump on the panel.
Yes, sir.
I heard you guys were talking about Spence. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. I was just listening in, but I'll let you guys finish, and then, if you don't mind me giving my take afterwards.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that chicken tastes good. My apologies. I'm over here. I got my air fryer over here. I just, you got to taste the chicken, see how much more time you got to give it. But no, when it comes to Errol Spence, I put it like this: man's the $6 million man. When you can get ejected from a car and still not really break bones and anything.
Yeah.
That kind of incident. Like, let's be honest. When I heard the news when it first happened, I thought Errol was out of here. Then I heard that he was walking around the hospital. I'm like, what do you mean he's walking around the hospital? He just got ejected from a car.
Yeah.
And then they just said that he had just had some scrapes, bruises, and probably some chipped teeth. I'm like, dude, when you go through that, that's worse than taking a solid ass punch. You know what I mean? Like that is full G force. That's full G force. You know what I mean? Like
It amazed me.
So at this point, and you already see he's already changed his life. He already said that he's not drinking, he's not doing all that, the other things.
Family guy on the ranch with his kids and family. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have a man that's changed his life, now he sees he's living for more things outside of those kind of activities. Dude, when you have a man on a mission like that, and I've been seeing how he's training, like he's training in the Texas heat while closing the doors and turning the heaters on, like on some real wrestling kind of stuff, like I used to do in high school with my team. I'm like, dude, when you got that kind of mentality and focus, you got to be a winter soldier to kind of be that kind of man. And I'm like, dude, like when you got that kind of determination and focus, like, yeah, I got to give it to him. I got to give a salute. Terrence, you got to be doing something serious to get ready for him because, this man is on a mission. You know what I mean?
You know what it kind of reminds me of, Terry? Bruce Lee, bro, back in the day, bro. They broke his fucking back and shit. I don't know if you watched the biographies on Bruce Lee. But, man, he learned how to walk again, bro. They said the doctor said, you know what, you never walk again. He started walking on his hands. He was always, fit as fuck, calisthenics, he was able to run and be fit and, be back to normal again, and it's, it takes a special gifted person to have that ability to do that, man.
There's a lot of individuals that I realize there's a one track dude I forgot his name as a hurdler, but he actually broke both of his legs when he was younger, and then I guess in football in high school football he had a seriously nasty knee injury. I think he tore like most of the ligaments in his knee. They're like, oh, we don't even think he'll be able to even come back. His name is Daniel Roberts. He's a hurdler from Kentucky. Comes back around and then he takes second in the NCAAs and he's Team USA hurdler running 13 flat in the hurdle.
Yeah.
After all that stuff, broken legs when you're younger, then shredding your knee up, then you take second in the NCAAs, then you make Team USA. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't keep discounting these people when there's always ways to coming back and bouncing back.
Oh, yeah.
So with Errol, I just say, like, and I've noticed that there's like a lot of hate and discourse against him, which I don't understand where this comes from. Like, the man represented Team USA in the Olympics. Like, how are we going to keep discounting like a U.S. Olympian? Like, that's my only thing, like fellow countrymen and things like that.
I like the way he's moving, man. Like he's one by one getting them straps. You know what I mean? He's motivated. It seems like you just keep getting a better version of Errol, man. So
I'm not sure if he's really reached his peak, but I think this fight with Terrence, I think this is going to show us everything that we need to see if it happens. We're just waiting. Right. I'm not sure if we're waiting on a contract to get signed or anything.
Right. That's some bullshit, man. The wait for it, man. As fans, you're just like, fuck, man. When are they gonna announce this? I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna do whatever I can. I have a grandmother that lives in Las Vegas, man, so I'm cool on the room, but I'm gonna grab tickets right away once they go on sale. I gotta be there.
Yeah. I think we're all trying to wait and see when this date is gonna be. When it's gonna be. It's got to be coming soon. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so many months or days left in the year, so come on. Like, I've heard Errol already signed his in. So, Bud, what are we doing here?
Right.
Yeah, like I just really want to see the fight happen because Errol Spence, he's like on a different level, and I feel like he's just gonna be like absolutely too superior to defeat Crawford. But if Crawford doesn't make that fight, that's gonna be like a very, very bad look on him.
Well, with Crawford, from what everybody's been saying and what they've been stating, they already said that, and I don't like the mantra of he's already Hall of Fame regardless of Errol Spence or not, but that means you didn't really make any big fights. Like, you really didn't fight anybody big to, like, where is his legacy cementing fight? He doesn't have a leg, unless you want to say Gamboa is your legacy cementing fight. Like, where's that fight?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I give Bud, his props. Yeah, 140, undisputed, and it's like, damn, man, like the opposition, like you said, the resume, bro. Like, if you're gonna compare Errol and his resume, bro, Errol's got the way better resume and has been doing it right, bro. Like they've even admitted, bro, that they took the easy route for that WBO. You know what I mean? But Man, I just can't wait for them to fight, bro. What do you think? Do you think that Spence is gonna move up to 154 after this, bro?
I think so.
Me personally, Errol said that he's only got one more fight left at 147, so he's trying to make this it. And then at 54, I believe Charlo, if he does successfully defeat Tim Tszyu and maybe another mandatory, I think he might let some of the belts go, so at least Errol can at least get one, one strap over there. So
Right.
Derek can have two 154s in the same stable.
I like how Jamel told Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora. He's like, you know what? Fuck y'all two fight, and then the winner could get me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's tough, bro. Nobody's jumping line. He knows what the fans want. That was kind of tight that he said that, bro.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, when it comes to that, like, and I have full faith Charlo would break down Fundora. There's a lot of body to hit right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
All frame. So
Right.
Yep.
And
Yeah, his opposition hasn't been that great, bro. You know what I mean? I know he knows how to box. Even though he looks like a Skeletor, bro. His frame is so thin, bro. So it would just take somebody that's a heavy hitter just to crack him in the body, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even try to knock him out. Just work his body, beat his ass up on that frame,
Well,
but
we saw with Jermel Charlo, that's what he did with Jason Rosario. Worked that body, knocked him out with a body shot, gut
right.
shot.
Yeah, that opens up top too, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jermel, man, I give him his props, bro. I used to not really I used to like Jamal better than I did Jamel. I used to think Jamal was gonna be the one that was, gonna be the shit. Jamal's still good, you know what I mean? But Jamel, man, he's doing it right, bro. He kind of that Castano too, man. That was a war, man.
And people forget Castano did beat Devronchenko. He did beat Errol Spence, but this is in the amateurs. He beat Esquivio out, so he does have good amateur experience.
Right.
That's why I say it can never really count. And plus, he did beat Lara, or I think it was a draw with Lara. But I mean, he's fought credible opponents, things like that. So I can't fully just discredit Castano, but what I see with at 154, if Errol does move up, I don't see Jermel moving up, but I see them both being kings at that division.
Right. And then next at 147, Boots, huh?
Nobody wants those problems. Nobody wants those problems.
I want to see Boots fight Stanionis next, man. They're talking they're saying Thurman and they're saying some bullshit opponents, and I'm like, for Boots, come on, man. Like, then they're gonna talk shit. And they're gonna be like, well, was it a credible win? Like, if he beats Thurman's ass in 2 rounds, Thurman had the payoff.
Thurman was talking about I need 8 to 10 million to fight Boots. I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, what do you mean? You just got like I think maybe 10 messing with Pacquiao. Like, this is a contender. He's not even a champion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how you need that much money just to face, you say you never heard of Boots, but then all of a sudden, if you never heard of this dude, sort of like what David Benavidez was saying. He was saying that I need 7 to 8 million to go fight Demetrius Andrade. Dude, why would I give you a career high payday to go fight Andrade easy? I thought you could beat him easy, but you need a career high payday?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some duck language.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see. Like, right now we just at this point I don't believe it's on Errol Spence. I mean, I believe the numbers, the factors, they've already been produced. I think this is now on Bud's team to either sign the contract or, if not, I would have to call this a duck because all the pieces are.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think move.
But
because I was gonna make a comparison about the David Benavidez and Andre situation. Like, it's like similar with Abraham Nova. Like when he said that I guess when he tried to make love the Navarrete fight with Navarrete's team, Navarrete said that.
My apologies. I just got notification on ESPN. This damn woman. Have you guys ever heard of that girl, Sha'Carri Richardson?
Yeah.
She just failed to make it out of the first round of USA Track and Field Championships. She didn't even make it past far. Yeah, I just got it. She took 5th in her heat. So that means all the nails and all the trying to act like Jackie Joyner Kersey, you couldn't even pass the first round. I just got the notification she took fifth in her heat. Like, that's not. She can't even make it because of the time trials. Like, God, this is what happens when you get big headed. You sign a Nike contract, all that smoking weed and everything, and now look at you. You can't even make the U.S. She literally can't even make the USA team now. She can't even be a part of a field team.
She's not disciplined. That's the problem with her.
If I were her, I would take a whole year off. I just got the notification. I just had to say that because that's shocking. But no, back to boxing. When it comes to this, like, it's just I would when it comes to 147, I don't see Bud or Errol staying there long because Duran is going to have his reign.
Yeah,
and you already know Virgil Ortiz said I need 48 months to prepare to fight. 48. You need 4 years to prepare for him. Like, dude, he's already out the division.
right. Rashidi's calling him out, man.
Shit, Rashidi, he's a real one.
He left Golden Boys with PBC Showtime now, and he's calling out Boots. He wants the Boots smoke, but I don't see him beating Boots though.
Hell no. I know he has fast hands, but where's the power behind those fast hands though? Like,
what I want to see from Rashidi though is we haven't seen him fight top level opposition because he's coming from the zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we can. Oh shoot, who's on the 46? I mean, give him a litmus test before he fights.
I think he should fight your dad.
Lipinets is perfect for him. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Give him like give him.
Or actually, Keith Thurman.
Give him Josecito, because Josecito did hurt. He did hurt Thurman a few times in that fight. Give him a litmus test. Give him Josecito.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind to see like a Keith Thurman fight. I think
Keith Thurman he's cashing out at this point in his career. You know what I mean? He is cashing out.
I have no faith in Thurman right now. I mean, he was a world champion. I give him his respect for that, though.
No, we give him his respect, but I mean, it's just like right now, like once you already touched that Pacquiao money, and like it was a good payday, very healthy payday, And now I understand you still want to get back into it, but at some point to get back into contention, like I don't know how the WBC ranked them so high just off of beating Mario Barrios. I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, well, the ranking system is bullshit from the beginning. So they just basically set up on whatever rankings that they want, and it's not like a universalized type of system where you have to beat the actual certified competition. So
I feel you right there exactly, and it's you already know the WBC. They're hella corrupt. They are super corrupt.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
I guess it's based off of who they want. Like, if said person does leave division, who they want to represent them as a sanctioning body. But I mean, even though Keith Thurman, he was a WBC, WBA champion before said car accident, which I'm still waiting to see the car accident report because everybody wanted to see Errol's eye doctor report and everything else like that. Like, I just want to see hey, Keith Thurman, can you show us when that car accident happened? Can you show us anything? Because that's why he took off, and then you said you had bone spurs in your elbow. So we just want to verify, like Bernard Hopkins was saying.
Yeah, he's definitely earned the nickname the Truth, bro.
True. I give Errol, and my parents, they're big fans of Errol Spence, and so that's why I always ride with Errol. My parents, my family, they rock with him. So of course I rock with him. Of course you got to rock with the. I'm from
Texas. Yeah, I'm from El Paso, Texas. But man, I've been following Errol for so long, man. That I've kind of. I know his sister now on Instagram. I've been friends with her for like 3-4 years now, and and he interacts with his fans, bro. They're good. He's a good guy, man. I like Errol, man.
I want to meet Errol Spence.
Yeah,
I want to go to this fight, bro.
I probably
if I could meet up with Errol Spence, I would love to just have a sit down conversation with him.
No, with me, I want to go meet Deontay because then I'm gonna show him my freaking Vegas ticket. I'm gonna be like, "Wasn't you? I would, only Deontay because of When I
I
was in
want to
Vegas,
see the return of Bomb Squad, bro. For real, man. I want
Yeah.
to come back, bro.
no, with me personally, and I think we talked about this. Like with me personally, I would not want him to come back only because like he's already done everything. He already
Yeah,
said
he's got a legacy, bro. Yeah.
he's already got money. He's already touched over 100 M's. Like you already did 10 title defenses, Olympic
He
bronze
held
medal.
that belt forever, man.
But that's why I say like, what else do you have to really prove? What just because you lost to Fury, the only person to ever beat you, and you got a draw with? Like, I mean, and then what did Fury say? Fury already said in interviews, he said that nobody else is going to beat Deontay Wilder. He knocks out everybody else in the division. He just can't beat me. That's
Tyson
the only-
Fury already knows that Deontay Wilder can beat him, so
I just
or
miss the
arguably.
energy in the heavyweight division without him. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: a lot of people, when you go on these channels, they always talk about Bum Squad, oh, he windmill Wilder. But then, like when you look at the heavyweight division now, it's dead. And then you had certain troll channels talking about when's Wilder come back. If you've done insulted the man so much and you said he's so weak, why do you want him to come back?
Right.
Deontay Wilder ran boxing.
Yeah, it brought excitement, bro, to boxing.
True, but a lot of the fans, like, it's cool to troll online, but let's be honest, like we knew he brought the excitement, he brought the knockouts. That's what everybody likes. But then they say, oh, Deontay doesn't have skills, he doesn't have this, and it's like, well, you got to pick and choose. Like, what are you talking about? You want him to have skills like Devin Haney, and then just win by straight boxing, or do you want the knockouts like
Right.
Gervonta Davis? Like, you got to choose one or the other. Like, you can't have them both because there's no
Right.
fighter doing both. Like, because then they talk about Floyd. He's a chicken. He's a runner. Like, what do you? So what do you want? What do you really want? You know what I mean? Is it the sweet science? Is it the knockout? Like, because a lot of these people that are online, they talk out of both sides of their necks. You know what I mean? And that's why I said, like, for Deontay, like, if you're comfortable, you already got real estate, you already got Bomb Squad promotions, you have a few people signed under your banner. Literally, you don't even have to come back. You already making money. You already have money. You got real estate, a big place out there in Tuscaloosa. You got a big house with land and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're already comfortable. You already succeeded your mission. Remember, you said that you were trying to take care of your daughter with spina bifida.
Right. Yeah, his backstory, man, him trucking for Budweiser and to where he's at now, bro. It's great, bro.
You've already been honored. You got a bronze statue and everything. Like, what else do you have to prove? You already got Olympic medal, Olympic bronze. Like, whatever. You went to the Olympics, got a bronze. You already have the WBC title belt. Like, what else do you have to prove? Like, you don't got to show me shit. To me personally, I just want to meet him just to show him my ticket. Like, hey, nigga, that first fight against Luis Ortiz, you almost lost me some money, but damn it, you pulled it out in the 10th and you knocked his ass out and you gave me my money back and plus 800. That's the only thing I want to show him. That's the only thing I want to show him.
Right,
like,
bro.
thank you. Nah, because when I was in Vegas, my dad was calling me. He's like, damn, Deontay's about to get knocked out. Like, I'm going to have to give you half on your rent. I was like, fuck, Dad. And then all of a sudden I saw it. We were watching in the Caesar Sports book. And I'm like, oh, he knocked out Luis Ortiz. And then I walked right over there. I said, run me my money. They said, it's not official yet. I said, it's right there. We just saw it. They said that, how it has to still go official in their books. Even though we saw it on the TVs, how it has to run through official. So I had to wait like another 15, 20 minutes. Then brought my ticket over. I was like, run me my money. And then I went and I remember I bought like an $80 steak in there. I bought me a little bit of drink. And I said, all right, guys, I'm going up to the hotel room. I'm done. Made my money back and I'm up on Vegas now.
Oh yeah, that's nice to leave Vegas up some money.
So that's the only thing. That's the only person who I want to meet, just to show him, like, I did bet some big bread on you. I bet 2,500 on you. So, like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I want to show him. Like, we did bet big money. Just show you, like, people we do support. He already knows that he has the fan support. He has the fan love. I just want to let him know, like, hey, some of us, and there are people that bet bigger tickets. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to, give him his praise, give him his flowers while you still can, if I could ever meet him.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, same here.
But no, like, in regards to this Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight, like I said, I'm not. Hopefully Terrence isn't getting a little bit bougie or anything else like that. Thinking that he's already a Hall of Famer, things like that. even though he already got his hand casted and everything in the Hall of Fame. Like that, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of narratives in regards to this. Like they should just literally make this fight. They're both already millionaires, so you're just adding a few M's to whatever M's they already have. So it's not like they're ever gonna starve or be broke. Their families are already taken care of. Like this fight is literally for legacy, for undisputed in the 4 belt era and the welterweights. Come on, man, y'all got to do this.
Yeah, they didn't make the fight.
Mm-hmm.
We got this weekend. We got Bam and how do you pronounce his last name?
Sistra or Rungbasai.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good scrap, man.
I got sure Rungbasai gonna beat his ass. I hate to say it, and I love my Americans, but I've seen that dude. I've seen that little Asian, that little Thailand Asian dude.
Yeah, Rungbasai.
He gonna run right through Bam. And
yeah, I was surprised he beat Quadras, man.
No, they made Quadras the WBC franchise, so he could fight. No, they made I believe a Quadras or somebody. They made him the franchise, so he could fight Chocolatito again.
Yeah, Juan Estrada.
He's supposed to fight again too. Juan Estrada's supposed to come back.
Oh yeah, Juan Estrada. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good scrap too. Oh,
so Rungvisai beat both of them. That's why I'm like the WBC, and this is why I say the WBC franchise. It isn't just even evading black people too, because they made that belt to duck Sor Rungvisai in that division. Sor Rungvisai held that belt down for like 3 years. He knocked out Chocolatito. He beat Estrada. He beat a lot. He beat damn near everybody there. It's just that when he lost, then all of a sudden, and now he's fighting for his old belt back. But this whole franchise thing, the WC franchise, it sort of fell in on itself because what do you call Devin Haney now? Because didn't he beat George Kambosos, who was the WC franchise as well?
Salute, Bruce Gas.
What up, Bruce?
Yeah, salute.
So it's a lot of question marks and everything in regards to that I would say that sanctioning body and how corrupt they are. So
they are. I told K-Rod a story, man. My uncle was a 2-time world champion, Bobby Chacon. He was a featherweight and a super featherweight back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. And he had a fight, man. He was supposed to fight Boza Edwards, and he was the mandatory and for the WBC.
Mm-hmm.
But the WBC had other intentions. They were trying to, make boxing exciting. They had Don King in the mix with the new Hector Camacho. And Camacho, my uncle, he refused to fight because the fans, they really wanted him to fight Boza. Camacho was a prospect, basically, and he was jumping line. And WBC stripped my uncle. He went ahead and fought Boza Edwards, and they stripped him.
Even though both the mandatory?
Yeah, even though he was a mandatory back then, bro. They had stripped him because they said they had ordered the fight with Camacho and that my uncle refused it. There's articles on it. You can go online and look it up. Bobby Chacon and Jose Salaman, which is Mauricio's father. It was a big conspiracy, and the money wasn't right on Don King's side with my uncle. So my uncle was complaining about the money. So there was a couple reasons why he had refused the fight, and he went ahead and fought Boza, but the fans loved it, man. They called my uncle the People's Champ. That was his nickname, man. They dubbed him that. His nickname was a schoolboy, but they call him the People's Champ, man.
What's his name again?
Bobby Chacon, Chacon.
Okay, I'm gonna go look him up. My uncle.
He's a Hall of Famer too.
I have an uncle. Well, no, salute to you. Salute, like you have a boxing pedigree in a sense. My uncle, my uncle's name is Ed Mahone. Ed Mahone, he fought Vladimir Vitaly Klitschko. He fought him over there in Dusseldorf, which is like Stuttgart, Germany. He fought him for the title, and he got his ass knocked out. And the funny thing is, and I tell people like that was probably the best knockout because he was already NABF champion. He was already everything else like in the American ranks, so it was his title shot. And I think he got knocked out in the 6th or 7th round. And the funny thing was after that knockout, dude. That man, he only fought I believe 4 or 5 more times. He had fought in Alexander Ustinov and also Eddie Chambers afterwards, but those were money fights. But I remember after that Klitschko fight, dude, we were having cookouts. He went and bought the Suburban 2500. He bought the early Corvette. He was bringing all us uncles and all the cousins around. He was
Yeah.
buying WWF Summer Slams, the WrestleMania. Like he had all that
Oh,
money.
nice.
He like he basically took care of the family with the money, and then afterwards, now he currently lives in New Zealand. But I always remember that, like, even though he got beat, he still has the NABF belts and everything else. You know how he still had them out.
Yeah.
But I just remember seeing so much pizza and wings, and he was buying the bounce houses for. And this is when I'm little, like we're over here every event, every time there was like a, back then it was called WWF. They had the Summer Slams, and then they had the WrestleManias. He was buying all of them, like pay-per-view, and then he was just, he just basically just was eating. He felt comfortable. He's just basically doing money. But I remember before then he was hungry, got knocked out, took care of the family. So I'm like, my Uncle Ed Mahone, like, and if you look at that fight, you'll see my uncle Junior Smoot. That's my uncle right there. He was a cornerman. And I'm like, you'll see it right there on HBO. Like, he's literally right there. You'll see the name when it talks about the trainer.
Come on, bro. Ed Mahone and Vitali, right? You said?
It's you could type in Ed Mahone Klitschko, and you can go type it in. You'll be like, oh, that's
Okay.
that's Mahone. Got his ass knocked out, and I remember that knockout took care of the fucking family. You know what I mean? Like, not in a bad sense, but I just remember so much. Like when I was little, I'm like, damn. And then my cousins tell me, he said, yeah, he bought the Chevy. Back then they were like the Chevy Suburban 2500s because they had different models.
Yeah.
25, 35.
Yeah.
He bought that. He bought a little Corvette, and then he had a house already out here in, like, it's basically like Gardena, California. So he already had a house. And then every time, like every weekend that a major fight or anything, my dad would come over there, and he would just want to just order pizza and wings. He's like, "What you guys want to eat?" He's like, "Oh, we want burgers." He would just buy. He's like, "All right, here's some money." And like, my uncle. That's why I'm like, damn, like I didn't, I don't know what kind of money he made, but shit, he wasn't hurting at that point. You know what I mean? He had never hurt.
Yeah, my uncle had money, man, but he fucked up with it, man. And see, a lot of the boxers back in the 70s, 80s, they were boxing 15 rounds, and they're fighting that, now compared to nowadays, they're fighting the best back then compared to now, and he had a bad boxer dementia, so he ended up homeless in the streets, and passed away in an old folks home. But yeah, you'll see videos of him inducted in the Hall of Fame, and he's not all there. He beat Freddie Roach back in the day, and him and Freddie Roach, have the same kind of boxer dementia. But
and rest in peace to your uncle. Like,
thanks, man. Yeah, he passed away in '06. Yeah.
No. And my thing is like, and that's what I feel like. As much as people don't like Jake Paul, do you see what Jake Paul's been trying to do? He's been trying to say that these people, they want. Jake Paul's been fighting, and he's been stating like, he's getting into boxing, even though he's been fighting a lot of MMA people. But then he's eventually going to fight some boxers. He's been saying that, if I'm fighting you, he's been telling Dana White, he's been telling everybody else in the boxing community, why don't boxers have like a retirement fund? Why don't they have anything else?
Bruce.
What up, Mr. Bruce? How you doing, sir?
Salute my brothers, man. I see the invite out there. K-Rod, man, I appreciate you inviting me on here, man. I appreciate you welcoming me on your channel, bro. Give me a wrench. And my brother Tim Lucy up there, he's talking about the great Bobby Chacon, bro. I mean, you do some research on this guy, it'll blow your fucking mind. This guy was a dog. He was a fucking killer. I mean, Bobby Chacon, he went 15 fucking rounds, bro. His wife blew her brains out. And he went on. He went on to fight that in his scheduled fight, bro. I mean, he was cut of a different fucking cloth. He like Tim said, he fought Boza Edwards. He fought Boom Boom Mancini. He fought. Bro. He exactly, man. He fought fucking Bazooka Limon. Everybody, and. Shout out to your uncle Tim, man. Shout out to fucking Bobby Chacon. Tim, what are you smoking over there, bro? And I like your new handle, Skywalker.
Right.
You're like Madonna. You're like Cher. You don't need anything else. Skywalker. Don't know who it is, bro.
I was given that nickname on YouTube boxing, and I've been sticking with it, man. And everybody knows me as Skywalker.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm starting to figure out StreamYard. I was so stupid. Back in the day, I would call in on shows. I would have the YouTube open and I would hear myself echoing. It's because I had the YouTube open. So now I figured out how to use the StreamYard. So maybe I jump on and talk some boxing instead of typing in the chat so much, you know?
You know, I wasn't even gonna jump on because I went out. I got home, after dinner and stuff about 5:30. G5 Jeff TV.
Yeah. Well, I think I've subscribed to him. You see me around a little bit, Bruce.
Yeah, Terry, I do, bro. He's a cool guy. Thru was over there, but anyway, man, he was talking to fucking Paz McGriff. He's a trainer, and he trained Devin Haney for the fucking fight while he was in this country, and I mean this guy is a cool dude. Anyway, he usually goes on there with a couple other guys. Tonight, he wasn't doing anything. He dropped the link. And he's always pushing my channel and what I do. And I did the thing with Witherspoon the other night. He's telling me, man, it wasn't an interview. It's like you guys are sitting there smoking the fucking pipe together. And I'm like, and I said, that's the way I love it. And anyway, man, I was there till about 8 o'clock. And then I saw D Style had the round table. He had some fucking hot chicks on there, man. Knockouts for Nyla and this girl, I can't, Rebecca. She's anyway. I go over there and I shout him out. He goes, Bruce, you want to jump on? And fuck, I says, yeah. What the fuck? I'm a sap for pretty girls. So I jumped on there. It was good shit. Mike Biggs was over there, bro. It was the brotherhood of boxing, man. That's what I love. And,
and that's the thing I find out with certain channels and like with the with the boxing fans. I go through a lot of sectors and I find out that the boxing community, we're like a tight knit crew because we go around multiple channels, but we see the same people. So you already know we're like a nice.
We love boxing, man.
And the first thing is boxing. I never became like a boxing fan really, and I think I told you guys or I mentioned it to Tim Muzzy. The first time I ever really became a boxing fan was that Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder one. Like my family has always been in boxing. With me, I never knew about it, anything else like that. But when you're down in Vegas and you need to get your money back, that's when I was like, I heard about this dude, Deontay Wilder. I heard he be knocking niggas out. And I said, I'm gonna put $2,500 on him because I need my money back. What happened? Then what happened? He knocked him out in the 10th round, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start learning about boxing now. And then I started talking to my uncles and everything. Like, your uncle was a boxer and everything. And then history's been taken off. Watched hundreds, if not even over 1,000 hours worth of videos. My family still has VHS tapes. They're always in love with Roy Jones Jr. They always say that Roy Jones is probably the best boxer they've seen. A few of my uncles, they love Bernard Hopkins. So
this is my guy, Tyson.
They still got all the VHS tapes in the closet, and I'm talking about, dude, if I were to go show them, we're looking at I think maybe 50, 60 shoe boxes full of them stacked up side to side, of all the tapes that they've recorded. So.
Oh man, I had the same thing. I pulled them out of the closet. Dust got at them, and they were no good. And I'm talking about Evander Holyfield early fights. Roy Jones HBO cards. I'm talking about fucking man. James McTillis fighting Mike Tyson, and I mean just. But the beautiful thing is though, you can get them all on YouTube right now. You just go looking around, freaking you, and it's millions of fights. I gave away. I'm cleaning my house out, and remember CDs? Everybody had CDs. I still have probably 600 or 700 of them. I gave this one guy 500 of them last week. He's like, really? I said, yeah, dude, it's just still living in the fucking 90s. He just put a CD in his car, and I said, bro, send your kids down. I gave him so many the kids could hardly carry him out there, and
it's
I
funny
don't even know where I'm so fucking stoned right now, bro.
No, you're good. You're good, Bruce Gas. You are.
I was just rambling on, man. I don't even know what the fuck. I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good. You're talking.
Oh yeah. I know what it was, man. I jumped off these styles and I saw K-Rod's on. I says, I'm gonna go over there and give him a thumbs up because I'm fucking starting to wind down. But then again, I see the Skywalker and I see my bro Terry Smoot. I says, man, I'm gonna invitation panel. I'm gonna jump on and give you a good vibes crowd. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for having me. Is it K-Rod or Crod?
K-Rod. Yeah. Yep.
All right, my brother. I
Bruce,
won't. I
see
won't
right
have to ask again.
Hey, Bruce Ghost, real quick, can we ask you what's your take on how you feel about this Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight? Can we get your take on that?
Well, my honest to God take on the fight is it should have been done a long time ago,
Right.
and it's like they're dangling in front of us, and that's what boxing does, man. The fighters fight so infrequently that it makes like a bottleneck at the top where all these contenders that like Virgil Ortiz and Bucinas, they should be fighting each other if they're not already fighting for the champion. I mean, they're rated number one, WBA, WBC, IBF, WO. It's either Ortiz or Ennis. So who else are they going to fight? Fight each other. And as far as what do you want to know? Who I predict to win the fight?
Yeah, who do you predict that'll win the fight? Why is the fight being stalled?
Oh, well, like I said, man, boxing's different today. Today you've got so many contracts that are signed, and you got so much litigation. You got threats of suspension. You've got cease and desist. And boxers, they're just human beings. They haven't changed, but they have all these pressures on them, and it takes so long to get fights, and it's just it's a different aura. So I mean, I hope the fight happens, but I don't know the way boxing goes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I want to see it. I want to see at least a date given to us where sell tickets and get so it's a real fight. But people are saying it's not going to happen. Bud doesn't want to sign. Spencer isn't complying with the terms. A side, B side, 40, 60, all this bullshit. I'm not privy to any of that shit, man. I have no idea. In the ring, I think Errol Spencer's a bigger fighter, man. I think he's just gonna be stronger. It's gonna be almost like Beterbiev on Saturday night against Bivol. I think he's capable of doing that much damage. Now Bud is a great fighter, but I just think I don't think he's big enough to compete. What's that again, bro?
He's a good counter puncher, and Errol's more like an ox. He's more of the bully.
But I just think I think Errol's going to become 154, maybe even 160. I think he's growing, and man, I see him getting better, bro. He survived that crash. Shouldn't have even happened, man. Back in the ring.
He can go to 160 because I believe Al Heyman put together a 3-fight, $100 million contract for Canelo, saying, "Can you meet Errol at 164?" So that means Errol can come in at maybe 160. I don't have to hit the limit. You know what I mean? But that fight was proposed, or that contract was proposed, and then he took the Eddie Hearn contract, which is like the Ball, Triple G, and then what I'm hearing is that after Triple G is going to be Friday. That's taking the easy. That's the easy.
I just want to see that one fight, then see what happens to me. Because right now, that fight is as important. Back when I was U's age, man, that fight was just as important as Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns. That's undisputed welterweight championship of the world. That's every eye in the world, every eye in boxing, let alone even casuals and fucking their parents they know what's happening, because the welterweight division is one of the glamour divisions in boxing, man. And when's the last time it went undisputed? I can't remember.
It was Zab Judah. When he beat Corey Spinks.
And that was a long time ago. I got a little
2003, 2004.
Early 2000s.
20 years.
Around 20, yes. But that was the 3-belt era, remember. That was the 3-belt era.
So there's never been a 4-belt champion. Anyway, man, it gets me excited, more excited right now than any fight you can name in boxing. That's the number one fight that I think is. If somebody said, Bruce Gass, what's the fight you want to see the most in boxing? Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. I mean, right there, that's bottom line. Make the fucking thing. Why? Like I said, I think there's so many angles going on. People have loans that have to be paid, and boxers have so much on their minds. And I don't know, boxing is different than it was back in the day. Like Bobby Chacon, look at his fucking record. That dude must have fought 15 times in a year.
Yeah, 59 and 7. Yeah, so
that's a great record.
He fought over 60. Yeah, he fought 60, almost. Yeah,
He never fought less than 4 or 5 times a year, even when he was a champion. And he was a champion in the early 70s. And he lost the title. He won a title again. He was like the,
He
you know,
avenged,
the boy, Bobby
his
Stone.
losses. He avenged all his losses. He came back and beat those opponents.
He was the first guy to beat a fucking undefeated Danny Little Red Lopez, who you look up. He was one of the greatest punchers in featherweight history.
Yeah, Danny Lopez.
Danny Lopez was awesome.
Well, he got beat by Uncle Bobby.
He got beat by Ray Mancini, but it was a dogfight.
That was at the end of his career. He shouldn't have.
I didn't even like agree with that TKO.
If you're gonna check out one fight from my uncle, just one badass fight, look up Bazooka Limon. They had a war. They fought 4 times. The first time was a draw. Second time, Limon beat him. Third time, my uncle beat him. And that was like a fight or both of them, man. Well, the fourth fight, check this out. They went 15 rounds, bloody as fuck, man. Like busted. Like
the doctor was coming to the ring.
Would have stopped that shit, but with 15 seconds left in the 15th round, he knocked his opponent out. He's had fights where he had a fight where his wife Valerie killed herself the day before the fight, or 2 days before the fight, type shit. My uncle went in and took out the opponent in 3 rounds. And it was crazy. I don't know how he stepped in the ring after, his wife didn't like him boxing, taking off, traveling. She was real depressive, had mental issues. Alcohol and cocaine was real popular in the 80s. And so, she took her life. And my uncle, man, he still went in the ring and did his job, man. It was crazy.
That's actually honorable. That's actually noble right there. You know what I mean?
Very noble.
Very noble.
He's had some pretty good fights, man.
Oh, he had a career where he made millions, but fucking like Tim said, man, drugs, fucking booze, bad marriages, fucking bad investments. He died penniless, bro. He was picking up cans on the side of the street, and he was addicted to crack. It was fucking broke my heart when I heard about that, bro. I mean, really. I'm talking about that now, and I'll get funky, That would, Bobby Chacon, great fighter, great man. God bless him, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we miss him.
Yeah, Bobby, he's a beast.
He's a beast for sure, man.
Now we can see the change in boxing now. I mean, we don't have 15 round fights. We don't have a lot of the things that were in the past. Like, we feel like the sport I feel like personally it's a little bit watered down. Like the most you might see boxers fight 3 times, 4 times in a calendar year. Mike Tyson even said that he fought like 7 or 8 times in a year, even though he
fought once a month a lot, man. Tyson fought every month. I think in 1985, I think he must have fought 15 times if you look in the box.
This is what's holding my phone up. Look.
He got the gloves.
Yeah, it's a golden glove from Mike Tyson.
Wow, nice, man. Nice.
Yeah, I collect gloves, man. It's like during Christmas when people go, "What do you want?" Fucking give me I'm wearing his shirt too right now. I got a Tyson shirt on. That's my hero. I love Tyson, man.
You know what my shirt says? Check this one out, bro. Let's put that mic down. It says, education is important,
but boxing is important. Hell yeah. I've been buying those kind of shirts, Bruce. I got a bunch. I got one that has a big old weed plant.
Bro,
I got one that has a.
I had to go to my doctor this morning, bro, and I'm coming out, and this old guy, man, this bastard was in his 90s, and he saw the shirt, and he says, everybody got their masks on. I mean, this guy was fragile. He goes, you a boxer? I said, no, I love boxing. He goes, oh, I know. He goes, you look like a boxer. He goes, I boxed. I said, really, man? And he goes, yeah. And he starts telling me he starts talking about the heavyweights. And I said, bro, I talked to Tim Witherspoon 2 nights ago for 2. He goes, Tim Witherspoon, the former 2-time heavyweight champion. I said, yeah. And he's like, wow. And then we're going on, and he's talking about back in his day. He's talking about fucking, the guys were like Robinson and Gene Fulmer and fucking Carmen Basilio. I'm like, whoa. I mean, and this was just like he saw the shirt, and he just starts. And I'll never see the guy again. I don't even know his name. He's probably in a nursing home somewhere. But man, it was just like because the brotherhood of boxing. It's like I bounce all over the internet and just meet so many people and talk some good boxing, get some good vibes. But just kind of like wearing a shirt like that. It's funny. The guy saw that and kind of made his day. Definitely made a little bit of mine.
I'm always in public, man. I always wear boxing shirts. I like to find the boxing.
Me too, man. I just bought a bunch of them. I found a good site. They're only like $14 a piece.
Yeah, that's probably they fuck up when you put them in the dryer. They start fading and all that.
Yeah.
Like
now you guys are making me want to go get some boxing shirts.
It's all right. Just wear them till people tell you, oh, Tim, you're gonna kind of.
But I have the throwback shirts because I like the history of boxing. That's why I like your channel, Bruce. Man, I enjoy Tuesday night fights with you, man. The throwbacks. Sometimes I'm not right. I got 2 kids and a wife and work, and so sometimes I listen in a lot though, man. And I like watching the fights on Tuesday nights. I'll even go back and watch it, man. I like the throwback.
Man, thanks. I'm glad somebody's watching it, bro. I appreciate it.
You got a good knowledge, a good boxing mind, man, and you're like our historian, Bruce. You know what I mean?
Hold on. We gotta say rest in peace to our historian, Curtis Anderson.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I am fucking not a historian, bro. In fact, I'm a casual in the company of fucking Kurt Anderson, bro. And I'm gonna go down to New Jersey on his fucking birthday, man. His Trick Nolte's gonna go. I think Mad Chad was gonna go. I mean, we're gonna go have dinner in a hotel there. I have somebody that's in the travel industry. They're gonna get it planned for us. And I don't care if it's a table for 5 or a table for fucking 55. We're gonna go down there. We're gonna just fucking have a dinner, talk about Curtis Anderson, meet each other. And if anybody else wants to go down, it's gonna be in fucking Newark, New Jersey. Right near Patterson, where Kurt grew up.
You guys used to have the 3 Kings of Boxing on Stormy Beach.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The Wise Men.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the 3 wise men. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember watching.
And everybody, everybody can come with no matter who your fucking favorite boxer is or what organization you belong to. Because this is just to honor the fucking great memory of Curtis Anderson, bro. Because he was my friend, man. He's one of the first guys who told me to get myself on YouTube and get a microphone and join in, because I was like a keyboard. I didn't even have a microphone or a camera until like not even less than a year ago. Maybe long. I don't even know. That time goes by so fast now. But not. I was a late comer on here. But man, Curtis Anderson was the guy that told me to do it. And I even got a couple of last emails from him. I never even had his phone number. I never talked to him on the phone, but I emailed him. He always sent him an email, and I was on a lot of panels with him, so I got to talk to him like I'm talking to you guys. And man, I miss him, bro. I really, man. When he died, bro. It was like it was like losing my best friend. It really was. I guess he was everybody's best friend on YouTube. That's how people feel.
There's certain scenes I had to save when he would see me in the chat and he would actually shout out my name. I'm like, man, if you guys remember
Batman, I was about to bring him up, bro. That was my.
He made you feel like the most important guy in the chat. He made you feel like you were the main man.
Yeah, and there were so many great streams you guys had, and this is like, dude, I went back on YouTube. I had to save them because, like, that's history. You know what I mean? Like, Curtis Anderson was very knowledgeable. He knew every boxer from Patterson, New Jersey. Like, he knew everything.
Unbelievable. I've met a lot of boxing fans and so-called fucking sharpshooters in the game. He's in the top. Him and Scrapbook are the 2 of the best I've known. The boxing librarian, he's kind of a weird character as far as I'm concerned, but his boxing mind, he's up there with Curtis and Scrapbook. But Curtis, he was like a guy that I could talk to, and like you guys, man. I don't know you really from a hole of bean, from a can of beans, but yet we got this brotherhood, and I rock with you guys, man. I don't give a fuck where we are. I'd have you guys over my house, man. My wife would make a nice fucking dinner, and fucking.
I got your number. I'll text Bruce here and there. So I got your number, Bruce.
Thank you for
and Curtis showed me that on here. He gave me that feeling, bro. He showed me it was real.
We'll try to take you up on that. You know what I mean? If wherever location you're at, like if anything. You know, what,
You know, I got a secure. I just bought a security camera. Hey, K Rod, can I show them like the front of my house to you?
Yeah, sure. Like it doesn't matter with me.
All right, let me pull it up here, man. Go to my my shared screen capabilities on here. I just bought this fucking security camera, and it's got, excuse me, the security thing. It's got 5 cameras. I only have one hooked up, but this is the backyard here, man. And check that out, man. That's what I look. I have a small house, a little shack, but if you can put that up there, K Rod.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
I'm looking at my TV. I got you guys on the TV.
Yeah, hold on.
oh shit,
Me too, man.
I'm over
I'm
here.
not
In my
worried about
apartment,
this.
so I'm in my apartment, so if you guys are
Look
ever
at check that out, bro. That's the city of Fall River that I'm looking at. It's let me see if I can get if I can get a light on this thing, because I just put it up last week. No, that's not it. Let's see here. Full screen. Yep, there we go. And does that light it a little bit? Yeah, it does. See?
there we go.
And you can kind of zoom in. That's like the beach in front of my house. That's called the Monho Bay. It's like 8 square miles. It's fucking really big. Very calm tonight. I mean, I've seen it where those windows were splashing against my fucking house. Really, man. But anyway,
You live in that good area then.
no, yeah. But you know, I live in a house. My grandfather built this house, right? And it used to be his shack, and it was like a summer shack. But you know, after the 60s and shit, my grandfather died. It was rented to one guy for like he stayed here for about 20 years for $100 a month, and yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I moved in here in 1979 because he wanted to buy it, but my aunt wouldn't sell it to him. And anyway, I told her, I said, I'll take care of this. I'll take care of this. And you know, I was always a kid, but I said, Auntie, I'll take care of this for you. Anyway, he's out. I get in here, and I've been in here ever since. I ended up buying this fucking house for you know, small money, but it's just a location, man. It was located. It's a real small fucking house, but it's located right on the water, and it's probably the closest house you could build on the water. You couldn't get the DEM, that's the Department of Environmental Management. You couldn't get the approval because this house was built in the 40s, and from what I understand, the wood was stolen from a old Civil War water trough. So it's fucking solid wood, man. It doesn't get much more solid than that. And anyway, that's one camera. When I get fucking the other 4 cameras set up, it should be awesome. You can even see, is that, I think that's bugs flying by. I'm not sure.
Yeah, those are like little gnats, little gnats, little kind of moths. That's them right there flying by.
Yeah, and this thing's even got it's got a fucking a memory, so I can go back and get the sunrise, because that's the east. That's facing the east right there, and the sunrise is right there, bro.
You're located on the East Coast, Bruce Gas?
Oh yeah, Rhode Island. It's right on the East Coast. That bay right there leads into the ocean.
Oh, okay. You got prime real estate then. You got real prime real estate.
Yeah. I was blessed, bro. I really do. And it, you know, it's, see that right there. That's,
I'd be fishing every day, Bruce.
oh, I used to, bro. I kind of wore that out, but
on it, huh?
it's awesome. But anyway, bro, I'll jump. It's cool, man. K Rod, thanks for letting me share that, man.
Man, that's nice.
Yeah, that's all good.
No, but no, you already know, like, and that's why I actually love this boxing community, because, like, you know, like I say, if you guys are ever in County or in California, want to take your children to Disneyland, I have an apartment, but I might be moving soon because I did just get a new position, but I shouldn't be too far. I'm in Anaheim right now. I'm gonna be moving to Long Beach hopefully soon. But if you guys ever visit the West Coast, anything else like that, like, you guys know, you guys can come through. I'll let you guys stay
I'm from
like.
Albuquerque, man. You guys are welcome here too. I've been to Anaheim before when I was a kid, man. That's nice. I went to Anaheim Angels game, and it was during July 4th, and we could see the fireworks there at
Oh,
the stadium and then at
from my
Disneyland.
from my apartment, those fireworks go off every night, and they go off every night. So they always have to do like the Disneyland fire show, the
Yeah,
fire show. So don't worry. Like I was just saying, like if you guys are ever out here, like
man,
because
that's
I know
nice.
how hotel prices and even motel prices are. Like I'd be one of those where you guys can make do in the front room, and I got a futon and everything else like that. Like you save the money. You know what I mean? Things like that. Like I'm always trying to be a helper. Like I'm not living in the best
Anaheim church
nice
location.
first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got Disneyland, the Angels, they got Newport Beach, they got all sorts of things to do out there. It's nice.
I'm not even
Oh,
that far
these
right
people
now.
have them down here, man. In fact, they just legalized fireworks in Rhode Island the last year or so. And man, it's like I sit on my deck out there, and it's like doing a fucking hit of acid. They're coming so close, and it's so big and so brilliant now. It's like motherfucker. I swear, it's just like I was at Disneyland, way back in the day, but in Anaheim, and these are comparable with the shit that they get now. It's like, man, it must cost them like $10 every time they blow one of them rockets off, and that's like I'm thinking that's bargain bait. That's bargain prices because these are like huge, man. Phew.
No, I feel you. Like I just see the fireworks shows. I hear dogs going, a little bit crazy every time the fireworks go off. But I already know what it is. They're just barking because of the fireworks. But like, and this is why I love the boxing community because as much as we see each other on other channels and like we start to get to know each other, like it's hard to find other communities and people who enjoy the same thing that we do. And that's why I'm always like, when now it's a blessing. Like this is my first time ever talking to Bruce Gass on live, even though he's seen me in chats. Like I would always
All
say,
the time, my brother, everywhere.
I always see you everywhere, and then now all of a sudden we get to speak. I just talked to Mr. Tim Musey. Now I'm finding about his uncle, Mr. Bobby Chacon. I'm like, dude, I'll do some research on this. Like I didn't know he was a real somebody. You know what I mean? Like, and this is how I like the community. Like we're very, you know what I mean when I mean a tight knit community, and it's always all love. Even though we might have discrepancies, different opinions, but at the end of the day, it's all love.
Oh yeah, for me it is, man. I let it roll off me like water off a duck's back. Some people take shots at me, man. It's like, hey, I'm not. This is the internet, bro. I mean, I'm 67. You want to hit me? It's a fucking felony. I mean, what the fuck, bro?
Ain't nobody gonna hit you, Bruce. Goes, you
Oh,
call
bro. I'm joking, man. This is the internet. Nobody hits anybody. They'll hit you with a fucking virtual fucking bullet. It's like, I mean, bro. Boxing transcends that, and I don't even sometimes I don't even look at the chat when I'm in some fucking rooms because it's inconsequential. I like jumping on and talking like this and fucking just talking boxing, man. That's what I love, man. That's all my heroes are boxers, bro. So.
Yeah, I would put it like this. Some of my heroes, like in sports figures, like I was a track and field person when I went to college. So Carl Lewis, if you remember him, Carl Lewis is sort of my hero. A few other people, but we do have boxing heroes. How you mentioned Evander Holyfield earlier. That's one of my favorite boxers of all time. Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
The biggest heart I think that you can. He always had the heart and the grit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, see. Let me backpedal a bit. When I speak of heroes, I speak of pretty much of the only one boxer. Because I have a lot of favorites in the sport. I mean, we go right through boxing, baseball, basketball, football, and that's kind of about it. But man, to me, the hero in boxing, my hero, Muhammad Ali, man. Muhammad Ali was just he transcended boxing. He was an ambassador of the fucking world and. I mean, bro, Ali was just he was the best. He was beyond beyond the greatest boxer, beyond the greatest athlete. Just man. I grew up watching this guy. I grew up seeing fucking the persecution, going through the fucking draft.
He took 2 years off of boxing because he didn't want to fight the Viet Cong. Remember?
Yeah, man. And they took his title, and he was found guilty. He was on parole when he was on probation when he was. Excuse me. He was on fucking bail for those years because he was found guilty at the first trial. He had to appeal before the Supreme Court. Cost him all of his money. Cost he had to take things like go on speaking tours to colleges. And he couldn't go anywhere in the world. They took his passport. They took his title. So he was fucked, bro. And he didn't care because he had those beliefs. He was not going to go and fight a war that he didn't believe in. And he was a Muslim. He was a minister, and that was against his religion. And our country refused to accept that and give him the fucking exemption from the draft on the grounds of religious freedom. And
But
we fucked up.
They gave Donald Trump an exemption because he had bone spurs. Remember?
Oh, yeah, he had flat foot would fucking plant his warts or some fucking bullshit like that. So he went to one of the colleges that his father paid for. Oh, I shouldn't say like that. I'm sorry, K-Rod. I shouldn't speak like that on your channel, bro.
It's all good.
But Terry Smoot started it, man.
No, you're good. You're good, Bruce goes like Bruce Gas and Bruce goes. You already know, like, no, we can talk, but it's just when we can talk about things like that. I've always, what is it? It's the fight with him and Liston when he knocked him down. That's like the most iconic photo that's out there in history. When he had that left hook, when he put him down, that's like one of the most iconic photos that has ever been produced in. That picture, and I heard that picture and that photo is actually worth over hundreds of millions of dollars. My only thing is, like, even though that picture is worldwide on like 6 continents, probably not in Antarctica, but I mean, like, has that family ever seen the money? But you know what I mean? Like, Muhammad Ali was a world icon. He was a world icon.
Mo Boxing out there. Salute my brother.
Yeah,
Mo Boxing in the building, my brother.
Yo, join up on the panel, Mo.
Hit the panel, Mo. We want to speak to you, Mo. But no, Bruce goes. You already know him. I'm not much of an old head, but I wish I could get you on the phone with my uncle because then you and him, you guys would probably be going for hours and hours. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
a lot about boxing.
I love talking boxing, and it we all know Trick Nolte, right? I mean, Trick Nolte, that's my brother. You cats know Trick, huh?
Yeah, Trick Nolte knows a lot of boxers, which is
Trick Nolte. He's so educated.
Well, anyway, man, Trick's my brother. We're in touch a lot, off of YouTube. He calls me up probably at least if I don't hear from Trick at least once a week, man. I'm gonna see what's up. But anyway, he called me this afternoon, and he all of a sudden he just sets up 3-way calls with me. He's done it with a lot of fighters before. He did it with Marlon Starling one day. He did it with fucking Kirk Johnson. I mean, I'm not even expecting. Hey, Bruce, you there? You got a minute? Okay, then if I'm bound, we'll talk. But anyway, today it was from some other cat that he knew from, I guess, from Facebook or something. But the guy was just a boxing fanatic, and he wrote articles, and he worked for some YouTube, some fucking .com boxing. But anyway, he wanted me to meet the guy, and I just love talking boxing. And sure, Trick, Richard something or other. I got his number in my phone, but he started talking about boxing in Chicago, and it was funny, but it was something that I knew about. I knew the fighter. He was talking about this guy, Irish John Collins, and he's like, and he fought this other guy, and it was on NBC, and the guy's name was, and it just came to my head, man. Like, bro, I couldn't remember my wife's sister's fucking daughter's name, but all of a sudden the name fucking Lenny LaPaglia. I said, Lenny LaPaglia, and he goes, damn. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that Bruce Gas. He's like, dude, we got to get together and talk. And it was just weird how we kindred spirits who like boxing. Somehow people like Trick Nolte, like you said, Trick knows all the fighters, but he'll bring them together. If you know Trick, bro, you're gonna talk to these fighters, and Trick brings them on, lets them to come on my show. He's hooked me up with quite a few fighters to go on there. Bobby Ches.
Man. That's that. You started on twice already.
Shane Mosley's dad, George Foreman's brother. Guys that you just want to fucking sit down and have a smoke and talk to. That's what I love about one of the things I love about YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
it's a great way to connect with people you don't know, and people within the community as well.
Yep.
But just to try to bring it back into into I guess the conversation, like where I guess we're dialoguing about the Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, and we always love this kind of talk. We always love this kind of banter. It's just that like you said, Bruce goes, when is this fight gonna get made? We want to see the fight.
Oh.
We're gonna pay for this. You could put this at $80-$90 per pay-per-view. You already know it's gonna sell. This is gonna sell over 500,000. That's my prediction. 500, 600,000 amongst us boxing boxing hardcore. Like, we just want to see when the date and when everything's gonna get done. We just want to see what's the holdup.
Yeah. I personally would just like to hear an announcement by, like, I'd say this month or next month.
It also depends on what month they even plan on fighting, because we've seen video of Errol Spence. He's been, I just saw a picture of Terrence Crawford. I think he did a little bit of track work today or yesterday. So I mean, they're both in shape. They're both working out and everything else like that. Like, like what's the I know it can't be on Errol's end and Steven Espinosa's end. When is it? That's the big question. Like, if it's on Bud to sign and everything else like that. We heard about his sister talking about all this stuff about Errol Spence, D-Right, and these YouTube channels, but like that those are all deflections. We're just wondering, like, if they're all deflections, like, why hasn't this been agreed on? When's the signed fight date? When's everything else going to play?
Yeah. Because, like, at this point, it's basically Crawford's a decision of trying to hold up his end of the bargain to make the fight.
Right. Do you guys have an idea why he might be holding it up? Is it money?
I guess yeah, that's what I've heard. I heard there was a rumor that their attorney is working some shit out because something's not right with the contract. That's what I've heard. That's coming out of Bud's camp from another channel, so I don't know how credible the source is, but yeah, that's what I've heard. That at least the negotiations are confirmed from what I've heard, and I just think it's the money split, bro. Bud really thinks he's the goods just as equal as Spence probably, but Spence got 3 straps. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be in Vegas, though. It's not going to be in Dallas or anywhere in the East. It'll probably be in the West or Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to the fucking bullshit about the contract is not right and the rematch clause isn't there. And, bro, I'm so fucking tired of that. They've been yelling that shit for how many years now?
Right, and then I guess now it's the negotiation process is dragging, man. It's like, fuck.
I don't even pay attention to it. I'll move on. I'm looking forward to seeing Usyk and Anthony Joshua. They get a date set. They got a stadium set. Everything's go, bro. Saudi Arabia too. That's good for us around here. Good time for East Coast.
You know what I'm gonna look forward to is Better Beef and Bivol. That's another undisputed.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard Bob Arum might not try to cross that street because he calls it the dead zone. So unless Bivol is going to have to, I guess, get out of his contract.
I hope not, man. I hope it's
that's the only fight at light heavyweight that I want to see is Bivol and Beterbiev, Better Beef, whatever you fucking want to call him, bro. He doesn't even care what you call him. I heard him say it with his man John Scully, and John Scully. This guy's a historian. He's on par with Curtis Anderson from what I've heard him say, and I've been on a couple of panels with him, and he says that Artur Beterbiev is a fucking freak of nature. This guy, 35 years old, and he's getting better.
36. He's 36.
I'm sorry. No. What I meant to say is, when have you seen a fighter get better at 35?
Yeah, I don't.
That's true.
Look
You
at
know what?
look at the fighters that he's beaten. What they're doing after he fights them. Fucking 3 out of 4 of them is fucking retiring. He's putting people out of fucking commission. They don't want to fight anymore. Let's see what Joe Smith does. He caught a fucking serious beatdown. So, but anyway, Scully says that this motherfucker is a freak.
He's a
He's a
fucking
devout Muslim. He has not. He's never smoked a cigarette in his life. Never drank alcohol. Doesn't even do caffeine. This dude prays. He prays daily and he trains like an animal. He's already back in the gym after beating Joe Smith. He's already training like he's got a fight in 2 weeks.
You know what's
According
cool about him, Bruce? He doesn't follow boxing at all. He says he doesn't even like boxing. He doesn't like to watch boxing. That this is just a job for him. He gets the job done.
you know, it's
He's
funny how many of the retired boxers they're so confused with boxing today that they gave up on it. Guys that I talked to with Trick that love to talk about the old days with me and shit. But then I asked them some questions about Smith and Spence and Crawford, and they're like, I don't even follow boxing today. They come out and they'll tell you, man, it's too confusing. It's boring. We know who's going to win. We don't see any 50-50 fights anymore. And and these are from guys. Shit, man. Who the hell did I talk to not long ago, man? Fuck, I'm so bad with names, and it's getting so late. But anyway, man, I had a former light heavyweight champ on there, and I even forgot what we were talking about. I just blanked out so much for a second there. Where was I?
We were talking about better be than
Yeah, better be a
Yeah.
just an animal in the gym, just nonstop road work, and like I said, bro, 37, almost 38, or just turned 38, whatever, bro. He's getting better, and he's only had 18 fights, 18 knockouts. He should have, if he had fought in Matthew Saad Mohammed's era, he'd be burnt out already. They just couldn't fight.
Yeah.
30 years old was ancient. They fought 3 times a year.
I want to ask you, Bruce goes, who do you think wins, Bob Foster or Better Biev?
These fantasy fights, man, they're so funky, and it's so many different opinions, and it could go either way. Now, Bob Foster and who?
Better Biev.
And Better BF. Ooh. Damn. That's a difficult one, man.
That's a firefight, huh?
That's a firefight. And Better BF, he seems like an unstoppable fucking, like a fire hydrant with fucking baseball bats just coming after you. What are you gonna do? Fucking punch a fire hydrant? And he discourages people. And Bob Foster, he had a right hand that fucking just would put you into the hospital.
That looks already said like that's already a good damn firefight. One other one. Who do you got? Roberto Duran or Sugar Shane Mosley at 135? At 35.
Duran was just, I don't know. I think Duran was a different type of animal. I think he would have. I think he would have mauled Shane Mosley and just taken the fight out of him. Duran, he could adapt in the ring to any style, and he was another one. He wasn't above nut shots and fucking just roughing you up. And I don't think Shane Mosley would have taken that. And Shane Mosley's a tough fucking guy. He definitely has the eye of the tiger. But I think Duran, I just think he was just too much. He'd be too much for Shane Mosley. But you could say anything, man. Terry Smoot, man. There's every fantasy fight, there's another fucking fantasy comeback.
Right. That's why I said, like, I got a few fantasy matchups that I wouldn't mind trying to make up. I would have said, like, I can't put Aaron Pryor. Like, you can't say Aaron Pryor versus Terrence Crawford at 140. I'm taking Aaron Pryor all day.
Yeah, but we haven't even seen Terrence Crawford fight at 140. So, I'm sorry. Yes, we have. Whew. I was thinking,
Hey, Bruce, Terry, I got to roll out, man. I got to make a phone call, but it was nice talking with you guys, man.
Yep.
No, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Mr. Tim. And like I said, next time I ever see you on the panel, like I'll try to jump on and it's
Yeah,
all brotherly love. It's all brotherly love.
yeah, for sure, brother. I've been getting some practice on K-Rod's stream these last few days, so. But yeah, man, it's nice to talk some boxing with some great boxing minds. Pleasure, guys.
No,
peace,
be
my brother
have
Tim
a night.
Lucy. Please, peace,
Right,
man.
brother.
I gotta hop off here too, man. I'm just about falling asleep. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta put my dog out. I gotta go kiss my wife. I gotta take my melatonin, and I have to go to fucking bed. God bless you, my brothers.
No, be safe, Mr. Bruce Gass, and it's always a pleasure. This is my first time talking to you, and no, it's always a pleasure. Please have a great night, and I hope to speak to you sometime soon. You know what I mean? Like, please be safe.
You too,
Yeah.
my brother.
Yep.
K-Rod, gracious host over here, bro. Peace out, bro.
Yep. Thank you.
K-Rod, you be having these good streams when I be jumping on or when other people be doing it. So you already know these are the good streams that we got to save. These are the good ones.
Oh yeah. Like most definitely. Like I was talking to some other people about it, and they said that it's good that if I keep doing like live streams like this, because as like my audience gets bigger, I can definitely have like a huge like a crowd of people to like come by and just basically kick it back and just have some fun.
I feel you. And like I said, it's always a pleasure to talk boxing. As you can see, like there might be a little bit of holdups, a little bit of stalls in regards to the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight. Hopefully, we can find something. I'm in, like I said, hopefully by the end of this month or the beginning of next month, because just time is winding down. And if you guys want this stuff to happen by the end of the year, I understand you both are training. Like something's got to be done. Contracts have to be signed.
Yeah.
A site and a location does have to be, actually put in place. So you're like I always say, K Rod. I'll probably because I've been eating a little bit of my nachos right now. I made my dip. I've been warming up my chicken. Put my beans here and I put my cheese on it, and I got my whole bag of chips right here. And I've just been here the crunch, and that's me. That's me snacking on all my stuff. So I'm about to kill it right now. But no, you already know. It's always a pleasure to jump on your stream, K Rod. And shout out to my brother Mo Boxing in the building. But no, let me go finish up all my dip and my chips, and I got the cheese melting in here, so you already know. Let me put this in, and you already know this is gonna taste good. So, no, I want to say, K Rod, it is always a pleasure to jump on your streams. You got a great channel growing, and we're gonna grow this more. So, I do hope that you have a great night, and also, I believe it's Thursday. Have a great weekend, because Friday's basically the weekend too.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for next week because after that week's done, like I have like a 3 day weekend for work, like because I get 4th of July off. So
Oh yeah, you already know what's coming up. Shoot, we about to have barbecues like a mug. So
woo!
if you have a barbecue stream, you already know. I'll show you what the grill looks like. What
Oh
I'm
hell yeah, man! I can't wait for that.
No, so I want to say have a good night, Mr. K Rod, and no, you're gonna continue to have these kind of great streams. You're gonna build your channel, and I look forward to these kind of panels and these kind of conversations. And I want to say this was always a success. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the panel, and thank you, Mr. K Rod, for allowing us.
Yeah, like I appreciate it, man. But you're more than welcome to just hop on and just chop it up because every day is like a brand new opportunity. So I just like having fun and just learning, like
Shoot,
like
shoot,
like that.
any day we're above 6 feet underground, anytime we're able to walk and everything, it's always a blessed day. You know what I mean? But I want
Yeah,
to say thank you to you, and please be blessed. I hope to jump on another stream, and you're having a great channel, and just have a great night, Mr. K Rod, and have a great Friday and a good rest of your weekend, sir.
yep. I appreciate it, man. All right. Well, I guess from here on out, like I guess I'll just talk a little bit more on some boxing, and then I'll get up out of here. Unless Mo Boxing or salute to you, watcher. Like if y'all want to come through and just talk, I'm available. But yeah, man, let's talk a little bit about the Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez and Servang Visai fight. I think that fight's gonna be pretty interesting. I think Servang Visai he might have a chance to knock out Jesse. I don't see Jesse really like how should I say? I don't really give him too much of a high chance of beating Servung Visai. I think based out of how he's fighting, his type of fighting style, I just don't see that happening. And I just think honestly, like everything that Servung Visai has accomplished in boxing, he's done a good job. Like, don't get it twisted. It's just that I wholeheartedly believe that Jesse's style could either be tailor made for him, or Sir Rungvi Sai is gonna be he's gonna be in a very difficult fight to the point where Jesse will give him problems. But I think eventually, like heading into the late game, I think Sir Rungvi Sai's power is gonna start hurting Jesse to the point where Jesse he could very well be on the worser end of getting knocked out. But I'm only just saying that because Jesse likes to fight a lot inside of the pocket. So I think that fight's definitely gonna favor Sir Rungvisai a lot more to favor him on a stylistic point of view. But I think either way, Jesse will come to fight, and I think knowing that this is in his backyard down in San Antonio, Texas, this is going to be a showcasing fight to see if Jesse is made for the high level. And I think Jesse will be he will be made for those bright lights and the high level to show himself to be ready for big time boxing. But I think it's just soon to be how should I say, like his heart and determination is there, but it's just that if Jesse's willing to go through that type of adversity very young in his career, that's where Jesse needs to actually look inside at the mirror and ask himself, is he actually ready to be that guy to take over multiple divisions? But I don't really see Jesse being that much of a bigger threat as he moves up in higher weight classes because this is why that I personally believe that I want to see the massive reduction in weight classes in boxing because all these all these smaller weight class fighters like Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez and Chocolito and all these other guys, they're not making that much of a higher impact in the sport to be notable in their respected divisions. So it would be nice to see these weight classes to be trimmed up in boxing because honestly, like it just doesn't make any sense why boxing has to go through that because there should be no point of having any of that in the sport where you have people going to that level to where like people are just basically wasting money to go see like a bunch of how should I say like emaciated like a guy is fighting at what like on 105 to I think at least 115. So like to me personally, I don't like it. I just think it's just like a bad taste for the sport, and I would like to see bigger and better things come. But salute to Mo Boxing. He's in the background. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, man? You alright?
How's everything with you?
Yeah. My internet's playing up, man. I'm using a different device, man.
Yeah,
I was trying to come on my phone.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh my days, man. That's the thing with StreamYard, isn't it? Sometimes it works whenever it wants to work, man. Salute to everyone, man. Where's the people going? They're gone, yeah.
Yeah, I think Tim Muzzy had to go, and
Yeah.
I think Terry Smoot had had to do something. But
Yeah.
either way, like it's to me it's been like a chill live stream, and I've had some pretty good how should I say conversations. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can see Watcher saying congrats on hitting the 2K subs.
yeah,
Salute,
yeah,
Watcher,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
man. Yeah. Sorry.
I was talking to some other people like about, I guess, like the future of like my channel, and they were basically saying like once you hit like, I guess, like that sub marker of like 100,000 out, like 100,000 subscribers, I think YouTube gives you like a placard or some sort of like award. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. They do. Yeah, yeah. I think like when you hit 100K, they give you like some sort of plate, like some sort of trophy to say like it's like an
yeah,
achievement. Yeah, yeah.
trying to
Hopefully you'll get
get
there.
to 100. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
seriously like to have that. Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, if you keep, going live and putting the content out there, you'll get there. Why not? Why
Yeah,
not, man? You always have to believe in yourself.
because I've been on YouTube for quite a long time, and
Yeah,
like I wasn't really using it as like a means to try to make any money, but like as
yeah,
I like started like making certain videos that were like trendy,
yeah,
that's when I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool, and I think hopefully someday like if I really wanted
yeah,
to keep
yeah,
it growing, I can easily do it. I just never thought about it.
yeah. That's the thing, man. You have to obviously believe in yourself, and if you believe in yourself, you'll get there. You know, I think there's a lot of haters on YouTube, and they'll say, "Oh, this and all that sort of stuff," but just don't mind them. There's more people that like your channel than haters anyway, so you'll do
Yeah.
all right. Yeah,
And on
it's
top of
just
that, like I don't focus on
yeah,
like one particular, topic. Like I talk about
yeah,
like a multitude of things. Like whether if that brings in a lot of viewership or not.
yeah, yeah. To me, like, uh, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't matter whether you stick to one topic or different type of topics. It's just whatever it works for the channel. That's what you do. Whatever you want to do. That's it. It's
Yeah.
just don't worry about whether people like it or not. Like, personally, I'm not into women boxing, but if you like women boxing, you can talk about that. You can talk about the heavyweight division. Most people like the heavyweight division. And anyway, I need to ask you a question. What's happening to Crawford anyway? I heard that he wants rematch clause, something like that, along that line. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I wasn't too sure about it. I actually thought Crawford was just like talking some nonsensical stuff just to create some controversy, but
Yeah,
I don't understand why you would ever need a rematch, because didn't you say like after you whip on Spence's ass, basically the
yeah,
winner, yeah, basically the winner, i.e. Terrence Crawford, will go after Jermel Charlo. So I don't
yeah.
know, I just find that to be funny that Crawford wants like a rematch.
But look, Watcher's saying, John Miller won. I didn't know that. Did he fight today?
Yeah. Like I didn't even know that he actually was still fighting.
Wow. I did like what day is it today? Like Thursday. That's mad. That's mad, man. I didn't even watch it. I thought he was gonna fight this weekend, man. That's mad. Kind of disappointed, to be fair. Do you know what though? I want to say something though about Crawford and Spence. Yeah, like that's a big fight for America and the hardcore boxing fans, but I think globally, I don't think that's a massive, massive fight. Like globally, Usyk and AJ, that's way bigger fight than Crawford and Spence in reality. But if people are gonna be like, nah, that's not true, but it is true. Like AJ Usyk by far, that's way bigger that fight. Like, but you probably won't agree with me because you're in America, right?
Yeah, I don't really see it to be that marketable, but I mean, I guess to your
Yeah,
kind of people, like of course,
yeah,
that's like honestly the biggest problem that I have with this fight is that why isn't this fight either in the UK or it's in somewhere in Europe where everybody can go see that fight? Because like having that shit out in Saudi Arabia makes me feel like that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom they're trying to make it like
yeah,
basically they're trying to rig this fight for Anthony Joshua to get the victory. If
I'm
it
just gonna be
goes
honest with you, yeah. Like, okay, listen, I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay. Um, Joshua is getting paid loads of money from the Arabs, so it's no brainer to go to Saudi, okay. Fighters got short career, so why not take the money? You know, okay. Let me ask. So you telling me the Crawford fight is much more bigger than the Joshua Usyk fight in terms of like money and all that?
I say to the American level,
Yeah.
yes, but to a global level, I do believe more
Yeah.
people, if you just ask them off the street, would you rather pay for a Spence and Crawford fight on the same night compared to a AJ and Usyk? I would think, to my mind, more people would want to see Spence and Crawford.
And if I tell you that that's not the case globally, would you believe me?
If you had the facts, yes.
I think globally, when you look at AJ's numbers, he does like regularly like millions of views when he fights. So it's just no brainer. None of these guys has ever done like a million pay-per-view. So AJ is the cash cow, man. Like when you look at AJ, like yeah, he's even bigger than Canelo globally. I'm talking about globally. I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about globally. Like I'm not even talking about the UK. I'm talking about globally. Even watching, he agrees with me. He's saying the Joshua fight is bigger. It's just the way it is, bro. Like Joshua is a big name, man.
Yeah,
It is what it is. Hate it or love it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man.
yeah.
It's
Well,
just
like, my problem with Anthony Joshua is that if you're such a big
yeah,
name, you should have been fought on pay-per-view against Deontay Wilder and
yeah,
all these, quote unquote, big name fighters.
yeah.
And then on top of that, you would have gotten let the bag a lot more, minus from Eddie Hearn outside of boxing, because
Mm,
like if you beat Wilder and you brought all those belts home for
mm.
undisputed back to the UK, you would have been hyper sponsored by so many businesses out there, and you would have been given so many opportunities to just fight for multi-million-dollar deals, similar to like a Floyd Mayweather. But the problem was just that AJ, he didn't, for one, believe in his marketability to take it to that level. So he was he was financially okay getting the amount of money that Eddie guaranteed out to him.
Yeah,
But now at this point, of his career, he should be deserving big high level paydays.
he's getting big highlight paydays, bro. Like he's been getting highlight big paydays. He
Yeah,
the guy's been getting highlight paydays like since 2017, I believe, after the Klitschko fight.
yeah. After Anthony Joshua became champion for the first time, that's
Yeah,
when AJ did what he had to do to be up there, because it's like after he beat who Charles Martin to get his first belt.
before that, actually, sorry, my bad. Before that, 2015 against Dillian White,
Yeah,
and he was only pro for like 2 years at the same time as well. You tell me, did Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury did they get to that level at that stage being pro like at 2 years? No is the answer. You know, you have to remember everybody there's a lot of people that like downgrade AJ. Like AJ, he brought exciting to the division. Without him, like I think the division will still be kind of dead.
yeah, because I wanted to see Anthony Joshua come over to the States, because I wasn't that big into boxing until
Yeah,
I would
until
probably say,
AJ came.
yeah. Once he started making his name and his branding come over here to America,
Yeah,
that's when AJ was clinging on to me, because I was like, yo, I really wanted to see him come over here to the to the States on one day, and he could fight over here at the Madison Square Garden and other parts of the U.S., and he would have been selling out like
yeah.
24/7.
I mean, he was gonna sell out. Like he did actually sell out the Madison Square Garden, not far from probably where you live in New York.
yeah,
So obviously, Jarrell Miller popped. We all know the history. Then obviously he fought Ruiz. That backfired big time in terms of like winning the fight, and he couldn't impress the American viewership, and it kind of backfired. So he lost, and then he never came back again. But America does not, revolve around boxing anymore like it used to be. Like years ago, yes, America was dominating boxing in terms of the heavyweight division, but nowadays it's not really dominating anymore. You haven't really got anybody, really good coming out. The only guy you got is probably Deontay Wilder, and that's it. And now that Deontay Wilder is retired, then who else is there? Nobody.
nobody. Because I don't see Jared Anderson doing anything. And
Jared Anderson, he hasn't got the persona either. Even if he start knocking people out, he will never be like Deontay Wilder.
no, because he doesn't like. I should say his personality outside of boxing does not have the same kick to Deontay Wilder's personality.
Yeah.
Like Jared Anderson is more of a coon, but compared to Wilder, like he's a stand-up funny guy. So it's
Yeah.
like he has like that flair to like make you like him, like regardless like if you don't like him. So it's like honestly Deontay Wilder, he's just such a good marketable figure because he's very comical and he's very stand up. So, but on
Yeah,
top
yeah, yeah. He says how it is.
yeah,
He don't shy back, But like people have to admit though, like without AJ, I don't think the division would be how it is now. I don't even think Wilder and Fury would have fought. Fury probably would have stayed retired, and that's that. Fury can't even sell fights. He needed Deontay Wilder. He didn't do good against Dillian White. Nobody cared about that fight.
yeah,
Now, what I want to see is like what I want to see is the way to judge it. It's like I want to see Deontay Wilder come back, and I want to see him against somebody like Ruiz or anyone or Kolnacki, and I want to see the numbers because numbers don't lie. Because when you look at AJ's fights, no matter who he fights, yeah, tickets get sold out, pay-per-view goes off the roof. It's just all the receipts are on YouTube, on Google, like it is what it is, man.
yeah. I just kind of wish that AJ, he should have been fighting out in America more,
Yeah,
like, versus keeping his fights domestic in the UK because it's like nobody's not gonna stay up like to what 10 o'clock or 1 a.m. in the morning.
for
Just to go,
you mean for what? For you guys?
yeah,
No, for you guys, the fight is actually a perfect time. Like our main event for you guys is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. For us, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. You see what I mean?
yeah.
So for you guys, it's like
I do
perfect
forget
that you could watch the fight and then still have you can still go out in the night if you if you want to go to like out in the weekend or whatever.
Yeah,
You could
go
watch
out.
the fight and go out. We got no choice but to wait until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah,
So for us, we're the ones that are suffering, when it comes to those type of fight. But like I said, my question is, how did a man that became pro in 2013 like get so much shine, and then the other two big guys they didn't get no shine until like AJ came along, and that's a fact. That's not lying. That's the question that I want someone to answer to me. How did this, yes, people might not rate him. He's got 2 losses, but how did he get that shine? That's what I want to know.
I think like honestly like I would say it's probably due to his amateur pedigree because if he didn't have that he probably wouldn't even be known that much.
Yeah.
Because like as much as I hate the whole argument of saying that the amateurs is needed for you to be good in the pros, that's obviously bullshit. Because
Yeah.
it's just that the amateurs is just there for you to just understand the sport of boxing. But once you get into the amateurs, you're supposed to technically promote yourself through
Yeah.
the amateurs, so that way everybody just knows who you are, knowing that's just absolutely not true, because it's like there's plenty of professional fighters that went straight into the pros, and
Yeah.
they didn't have that much amateur level experience,
Yeah.
and they just did very good, and they dominated. But for the people that do it the amateur way, they're
Yeah.
just doing it just to get their name out there. Because that's why that you see guys like, Troy Isley, like, all these guys through Top Rank that keep
Yeah.
promoting themselves through this like weird, Olympic pedigree, like, nonsense, just to say that they're good. That doesn't really mean anything. That's just there for them to just be looked at as a super ultra badass, as
Mhm.
if like just to basically use it as like a political front to say, look at
Yeah.
me, I'm the next big thing. But it's like that's not gonna guarantee them
Yeah.
absolute success. So
Yeah. When you like watch her in the chat, it's actually right. He's saying promotion, which I
yeah,
totally agree with it, because you know why? When you look at AJ, yeah, like it's not more like, yes, the Olympics does help, but look, Vasily Lomachenko, he's got 2 gold medal, and he is popular in boxing, but worldwide he's not that popular. So that's a great example to use. So yes, Olympics does a little bit of help, but I think Sky Sports are some big, big platform, and he was fine on Sky Sports, and that's what helped him.
yeah,
And then he's like, all these big, big, massive companies like Range Rover and Lynx Display, Hugo Boss. I'm sure you know about Hugo Boss. Um, all these companies, he's sponsoring them. So, the guy is worldwide, man. All these other guys, they never got that. They never got those type of sponsorship.
yeah,
So the man, whether he loses or whether he wins, he's still a big name. Even if he loses against Usyk, he's still gonna be a big name. People are always gonna tune in. I don't know why, but even people's moms that don't watch boxing, they pay for his fights. Everyone wants to watch him. I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know why. Like, but it's just it is what it is, man. He's the
yeah,
one that put the division on fire, and people need to put respect on his name. That's the way I see it.
yeah,
I think you can only respect that. Like, we have to kind of be grateful, because once I think AJ goes, that's it, man. That division is gonna die.
yeah. Because I don't want to see no damn heavyweights going to a damn decision.
Yeah, and like you're gonna be left. Even Usyk's probably gonna retire, but to be honest, where does Usyk go from here? If he wins, he's probably gonna fight Tyson Fury. Will everyone watch that fight? No, that's not a fight that the casuals really want to watch. Um, but yeah, people like me and you and Watcher in the chat will be watching that fight. And also, I just want to say something as well. Talk Sport. Have you ever heard of that radio station called Talk Sport?
I don't think so, but I think I've heard a little glimpse of like what
Yeah.
that particular outlet could be.
Yeah. Anyway, that company is a huge company, radio station, and now they're getting involved in boxing. They are promoting like low key. They're really promoting AJ quite a lot. Even Fury, like. So now all the footballs, aka soccer fans, they're all talking about boxing lately. The lot. So, but the thing is though, like once AJ, like if he keeps losing and stuff like that, though, they might just lose interest. And I don't think they're even interested in Fury. Like, yeah, Fury, he's winning and all that sort of stuff, but for some reason he's not. He hasn't got that X factor.
Tyson
Sometimes you
Fury,
need that X factor.
he's on a manhunt right now. Like,
Yeah.
everything that I'm hearing right now, it doesn't look too good. He's like, I won't be surprised if he gets hunted down by the FBI or whatever U.S. Marshal.
The DA, yeah.
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 Bro, but the United States government is like really getting hyper like aggressive now.
Looking for Fury, yeah. But listen, my question is though, like yes, he's banned from America and all that, but why is America not like issuing like a warrant for him to arrest him. You know, he hasn't been arrested yet, so I don't know what's going on, man. Apparently, 600 people are not allowed to go to America. You know,
Yeah,
from the UK. So
Shanahan's.
yeah,
Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure it's all gonna unravel to like something really crazy, and then eventually, like a lot of people are probably gonna get hunted down and killed. Because it's like at
yeah,
this point, like if you have like the feds hunting you down, then by that, standard, they have all the right to come after you and take you out, whether if they take you in dead or alive. So
yeah. I think, to be honest, I don't know what's going on. To be honest, all I know is the facts. The facts are Tyson Fury is not allowed to go to America because his dad just confirmed yesterday that he's not allowed to go there, and that's that. And why is he not allowed to go there? That's still up for grabs. I don't know, man. I don't know. But the thing is, it's not really to me, like boxing wise, it's not really. If he gets arrested, then like I still want to see him against AJ. Like I want to see who's better, him or AJ. So if he goes to jail, like you can say goodbye to that fight, man.
yeah.
So yep, yeah, man, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah,
It's
he's
kind of
been.
messed up, man. But that's boxing for you, though, isn't it? You kind of it kind of makes you better.
Yeah, he's just. I never gave two shits about him ever since he tried cheating Walter. So it's just like
Yeah.
ever since then, I was just like, nah, man, I don't like you. You're
Mhm.
always my enemy,
Yeah.
and I'm never gonna respect criminals.
Yeah.
But for some weird reason, for professional fighters that do dick ride Fury, they don't want to be honest enough to say that he's a sick individual outside of boxing.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. For some
Like,
reason, like he's not really liked a lot, but he is getting a lot of fans, though. I'm not gonna lie, he's getting a lot of fans, man. Every time I talk about Fury on my channel, like I get a lot of people attacking me. So I know, like, he's got dick riders, but that's he is mainstream. But at the same time, these fans that dick ride him, they don't even buy his fights. Hence why, like, he had like 11K, pay-per-view in the States. And Frank Warren, he still hasn't like told us what numbers they did in here in England. Normally they like to show off about it. Maybe Watcher in the chat, he knows. I don't know what the numbers are in the UK, but I don't know. I don't think it did done quite well. Otherwise, they would have talked about it. They kind of
yeah,
kept hyped about it. But that's how like AJ, the guy that lost 2 fights, got knocked out by a fat guy and a so-called middleweight in Alexander Usyk. I'm not saying he's middleweight, but people call him middleweight and all that. So, and he still is selling. He's still a hot property. And now, guess what? He's got like he's got shares with the Zone now. Do you know that?
oh really?
Yeah, he's got shares. Yeah, Watcher say no idea, but yeah, AJ, listen, the Zone, man. Do you know who owns the Zone?
Arabs.
No, the guy is like he's English, but he's actually Russian. So
Oh
he's
yeah,
originally Russian, and he is worth over 60. I think someone was saying he's worth over 60 billion.
60 billion. That's a lot of
Yeah,
money.
that's a lot of money, man. That's
Oh,
why like
damn.
he can afford to give these guys a lot of money.
So that's why all these fucking mega paydays are being made on certain fighters.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's why like if I was Wilder, if he ever wants to come back, yeah, go to the Zone, bro. Just go to the Zone. Get the bag. Get the money.
Yeah, yeah,
Get the money, man. What I know for a fact, yeah, like they're gonna try to offer Wilder some money.
yeah.
And
They would
if I
cash
was him, I'll take it. Like, he like, and the AJ fight will happen as well, and there won't be no excuses then. Like, for like AJ and all that. Like, yeah, once he's with the Zone, that's it.
it. There will be no excuses.
Apart, yeah, but who you got that fight winning anyway? If they fight now, I'm not talking about a few years ago. I'm talking about now.
What, Wilder AJ?
Yeah.
I got Wilder by KO.
So
I
yeah, I mean,
got Wilder sleeping that motherfucker.
the jury for me, the jury is kind of out. I want to see AJ how he performs against Usyk, and yes, at times I did think like Wilder's gonna knock him out, and then I think like back in 2017, I thought like AJ is gonna knock him out. So it's like my mind keep changing. So I want to see like how AJ performs against Usyk. Everyone is saying like, oh, you have to put it on Usyk. So it's not as easy set, because Usyk is a good mover. So we'll see how he performs against Usyk.
Yeah.
And then I can say like what happens against him and Wilder. And also I do want to see Wilder in a different fight first before he fights AJ. So that way I know as well, because both men went to like they've been through wars. So no one's gonna ever stay the same, man. You can't possibly tell me like, oh yeah, Wilder's still 100% the same, because he's been through a lot like against Fury. So now the performance wise, yes, I want to see him against somebody else and before they fight. So yeah, let's get that cracking, mate.
Yeah. I would really like to see like Wilder versus Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
I wanna see that.
Yeah. I 100% want to see that as well. I don't know what Ruiz is gonna be like. For some reason, Ruiz, I don't know, man. Ruiz, is he that type of fighter? Like, if he fights like somebody big, he's gonna perform. But then when he fights against somebody like that you expect him to beat, he struggles with them. Maybe he's that type of fighter, man.
Oh, did you hear that Derek Chisora is actually coming back?
Yeah. He's fighting against Pulev.
I'm like, bruh, are you kidding me? How are you getting all these goddamn fights, man? Like, dude, like I would have to tell Derek straight up to his face, like, bro, like I don't want to see you die, but like these are not good paydays. Like
I think Derek is a millionaire though. Like I reckon Derek, all these years, he's probably got about 15 million by now. Easily.
How?
He's been on pay-per-view, bro. Like, look at it. Like, he's been fighting like top opponent. Yeah, like I think like the first fight against Parker, that was on pay-per-view. I think the second fight was on the zone. He fought Dillian White a couple of times on pay-per-view as well. And yeah, he's made money along the line, man. The man's been fighting for a while as well.
Yeah,
so he must be worth.
I wouldn't say Chisora is like a absolute star, but it's like the level of like you just taking multiple losses, like.
Yeah.
But that just makes me feel like that you're just basically going the Gabe Rosado route of just being known for losing, and I don't like that, because it's like honestly like you're kind of just wasting, like your life years like away, and I don't want to see him get put in a situation where he's just basically being milked out to be like a gatekeeper to be knocked out by like some up and coming, young gun. So
yeah. I mean, Derek Chisora, I don't think he cares. Personally, if you ask me, I want him to retire, not because he's got losses. The way he was speaking, in the press conference and in IFL interviews as well, he's like punch drunk.
Yeah.
I'm worried for his health. That's why I want him to retire. But the man, obviously, he's got a choice to make, and he's a grown man. So who am I to tell him? If he wants to fight, he can fight. If they still want him to fight, so, and they're willing to pay him a lot of money, so,
yeah, he's
go
like
on. And
30+ years old, and it's like, dude, like boxing is not a sport to to play with, and you can easily get killed in either of your fights that are not even that dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, you have to give it to Derek though. Like he will fight anybody, man.
Yeah.
He will fight anybody. Like the only name he hasn't fought is Deontay Wilder, and he could have fought him back in, I believe, maybe 11 or 2011 or 2013,
Yeah,
along
2011.
that line. But something happened between, I think, Frank Warren and Golden Boy, because I think Deontay Wilder was with Golden Boy at the time, and I think there was I can't exact yeah, along that line something happened anyway, and that's why the fight didn't happen. But so pretty much he fought everybody, yeah. And
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna fight AJ because AJ apparently they're good friends, and
they're good.
pretty much
But yeah, AJ never beat his ass.
yeah. But I mean, imagine if Dexter beats AJ. Like, how embarrassing is that, though?
That would be so embarrassing. I'd be like laughing like my ass off. I'd be
That's
like, bro,
possible,
like
though.
that's like equivalent to who was that
Yeah,
one British dude that got knocked out? Jack Cullen, right? That
yeah, yeah,
got
yeah,
knocked
yeah.
out by that fucking African dude. I was like, yo, like he
Yeah,
was he was supposed to knock that guy out, and
yeah.
he got his ass whipped. I was
He got
laughing
his eyes
my butt
open,
off.
bro.
Like
Yeah,
I was just like, dude, British boxers are just garbage, man.
mm.
After that type of performance, I was like don't ever bring up any British like fighters to me, other than
I
maybe
mean,
like Anthony
anything is
Joshua.
possible. Innit? Anything. I mean, This is boxing. Anything is possible. You win some, you lose some. And I do have to give like the Brits credit though. They will try to fight, and if they get knocked out, they get knocked out. And you know, life is about taking a risk, and and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't pay off. Like, it's
Yeah,
just one of those ones, man, in life. If you don't try, you don't know what's gonna happen. Just anything in life, and not just boxing. Like, in anything in life, you just have to try. And sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it backfires big time.
yeah,
That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it, man.
yeah.
What's new in boxing anyway? Other than AJ and Usyk dancing with the Saudis. Other than that, what's new?
Um, well, I mean, Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez
Yeah,
fights, this upcoming Saturday, and then
yeah.
other than that, really nothing interesting. Like I think there's like some other fights going on, but I don't know too much about that. But I think boxing is pretty dead for like the next couple weeks until Ryan Garcia, and then who else?
When's Ryan fighting?
Ryan fights I think July 15th, right?
Okay, July 15. Okay, so that's about a month away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like we got like a bit of time for that.
Okay,
And
okay. So we got a month away. I want him to lose, man. I want him to lose badly. Right,
yeah,
Ryan Garcia, like.
I think Javier has a good chance of defeating him. That's if
Has he?
Javier is smart, but
It's probably going to be another knockout. Now Ryan's going to score another knockout, and then King Ryan, like the way DAZN talks.
King Ryan Garcia.
DAZN, man, that's that cheesy, man, isn't it?
Bro, the zone acts just like Top Rank, and it's really sad because I was
Yeah,
talking to that other person that I chat with, D Hive, about why these
yeah,
promotional businesses in boxing, especially like Top Rank, they be putting in such garbage mismatch fights, and
yeah,
I was basically telling him, out of the two Top Rank fights that I've been to, most of those
yeah,
fights were just absolutely just garbage. I was sleeping through those fights. I was like, dude, I can't I can't watch this no name fighter get beat up on for X
yeah,
amount of rounds, and I just feel like that's just, to me, that feels like slavery. I feel like some of these fighters that
yeah.
get
They
called
get
up,
used to that. Yeah,
yeah, I'm just like,
yeah.
nah,
No, I
man.
mean it's true though. That's why going back to the AJ thing, you can't really blame him for getting the money. A lot of people are bitter about especially in the UK, because they say like, oh, he used Sky Sports, and now that like he's famous, like he's leaving them for his own. That's not the case. The case is he's getting paid more money on the zone than being on Sky Sports. So that's no brainer. The guy's got a family, he's got people to feed, he's got bills to pay. And if he's getting like, 10 times the money from the zone, then get the bag. But these other guys on top rank, what you're talking about, they're not even getting rewarded. Like, they're getting peanuts, and
Yeah, they're not getting
like,
paid big
yeah,
money.
exploitation at its finest, mate. They're getting exploited, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but the problem is that boxing is not treated like an actual marketized asset
Yeah.
compared to like other big major sports like basketball, football, or soccer
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
European term. But obviously, like those sports have a financial, how should I say, financial protection for those athletes because they put a lot of money in those sports where those
Yeah.
athletes they're taken care of for life. So like no matter how many years that
Absolutely.
yeah. So like no matter how many years you are in that sport industry working for that league, you're gonna be set for life. Regardless of how good or bad that you play. So
Yeah.
I would like to see that be for boxing because
Hmm.
it's like boxing actually really deserves that because theoretically like the boxers should be their own promoters, but at the end of the day like boxing needs to be like universalized where like everybody fights the best competition for the highest amount of paydays.
Yeah. And that's the thing, that in boxing you have to make the most of it, man. And if you got a name, use it. And I don't understand a lot of these other boxers. Why don't they start a YouTube channel? Like they can make money through YouTube, Instagram. Like they can literally
Easily
make.
make that.
They can easily make they can make millions on YouTube as
Yeah,
a
just
boxer.
promoting
There's a
themselves.
there's a there's a guy called Tyrone, is it Tyrone Boot? He's got a YouTube channel. He's like a garbage boxer in the UK,
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah. Like I've heard about him. I've heard about him.
Ty. I think his name is Tyan Boot. Sorry, Tyan Boot, and he's actually got a channel, and he's making a lot of money, and he was a bum. I think he got knocked out by Eubank Jr.
Oh
And now
yeah,
he's not.
Chris Eubank.
Chris Eubank Jr. knocked him out, bro, and he's quite young as well, Tyan Boot, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he basically takes the piss out of Kugan Cassius of IFL TV and Michelle Joe Phelps of Seconds Out. No, not Seconds Out. Whatever behind the gloves. Just takes the piss out of these people, and he talks a bit of boxing. And guess what? The man is making a lot of money, man, and he's an ex-boxer.
Good for him.
And that's why I brought his name into it, because I'm saying these other boxers, like someone like Nova, yeah, I'm sure you spoke to him. I think you spoke to him before. You had an interview with him before,
Yeah,
and
like I
kind of
just
lost sport as well.
I called him
Uh,
I got off the phone with him last night. Like I just sent my regards just to say that I hope he's doing well. And
yeah,
he told me that he was doing fine. He just got hit with like
yeah.
a shot that he didn't see, but
That
he's
guy, let me tell you something. Yeah, like the thing that I was just wondering with Nova was like he before the fight he was saying, "Oh, this guy is a nobody. He's a bomb." He was saying in it, yeah, and then like and then like to perform, like, to me, I think in boxing is a bit of like, I've learned a lot recently in terms of boxing. I think in boxing you should never ever say bad stuff about somebody else,
he
because
wasn't really saying that. He was kind of just
yeah,
keeping it professional to say that yeah,
yeah,
Robesi's a good fighter, but he's not on like
yeah.
my level. But he never
But
said anything
you know
like
what I mean in it. You know what I mean in it. Like, okay, for
yeah,
example,
he wasn't being cocky in the build up.
yeah,
He was just
yeah.
saying
No,
that
no, no,
he
no,
believes
not in
that
the build up. I'm not talking about the build up. I'm talking about the interview that he done with of our friend Canelo Sport, and he was saying, like, I was watching the interview, and I thought, like, this guy is gonna, when I was watching the fight, I thought this is easy work for Nova, and then when I seen it, like, like everything what he was saying was playing in my head, and then I thought, like, fuck, like, and then I realized in life, like, sometimes, like, in life, like, you have to be like, I don't know, man, like, it's just, there's something called karma. That's the way I see it. There's something called karma, man. Sometimes things can bite you back, and I hope he bounces back, man. I hope he bounces back.
Yeah,
'Cause,
he wasn't coming in like
yeah,
overzealous in the fight.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He was actually really focused, and
yeah,
he put in a lot of work in the training camp. That's what I heard. But I
yeah.
think honestly, like the reason why he lost.
Maybe it was to do with
No,
promotion then.
no. But the reason why he lost that fight was because he's not a natural 126 pounder. So
Okay, what is he now? 130, 130, 135?
yeah, because he started his career at 130, but the only fights where he's actually had to fight close around 126 was when he fought at catch weights at like 127. So
Yeah,
that wasn't really his natural weight. So
yeah,
fighting at 130, you can compare and contrast his fights at 130
yeah,
and 126. He actually has more power and he has more durability at 130 compared to 126. He's not a
yeah,
like how should I say he's not physically hydrated enough to
yeah,
look his absolute monstrous best because if he was fighting Robesi at 130, he would have knocked him out.
yeah,
I'm just keeping it real. Like Robesi Ramirez left hook that hit Nova wouldn't have knocked him out, but it would have just like basically give him a little stun. But after that, he would have just ate it because he has a good chin. It's just that he
yeah.
was basically not fighting at his natural weight because you can easily
Mm,
tell based off of his physicality he's not a natural 126 pounder, and that's what was concerning me because ever since
yeah,
his first fight, up against that Filipino dude, Richard Promipich, he wasn't looking like he was like super duper strong in that fight. He actually looked
yeah,
like he was like a smaller, like a deformed version of him. And then
yeah,
I was just thinking like, oh, all right, well, it's probably just because he didn't use up the proper nutritional gain to
yeah.
feel actually hydrated in that fight enough. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just give it like a pass because that was his first fight. So then the
Absolutely.
second fight, I personally went to his second fight for the Joe Smith Jr. Steve Geffert card,
Yeah,
and he actually looked a lot better in that fight, but still. His
yeah,
power did not show in that fight as much as it used to be back at 130, but he
yeah,
still got the job done and he still forced like a TKO stoppage. So that was a good, decent victory. But on top of that, he's not a natural 126 pounder. So leading into this fight, I was like, all right, well, I think it's gonna end up being like his last fight. It's just gonna go the distance, and if Rabasi gets stopped, he can very well get stopped. But I was just thinking inside like my head, but wait a minute, he's not a natural 126 pounder. So Rabasi, he has more freshness in that division. So he
yeah,
was tagging up Nova, but Nova he didn't look absolutely conditioned and he looked like he had to go through a lot of stress just to get back down to that
yeah.
weight. So I think it was more to do with the weight issue rather than him just being outclassed because I didn't really see that much skill set from Robesi Ramirez where he was doing such a good job beating up on Nova. I
He
think
was
Nova
walking him down though, wasn't he? He was walking him down, and then, like, the knockout, like, he kind of blinded him, didn't he? First, like, he threw the
yeah,
jab,
because
and then Nova thought like, oh, that was, he thought it was just like a jab, and then he was like, it was just like, it was out of the, like, sudden, like, it's just bang, like, he was quite
it
smart
was
though.
it was more of to me it was more of a flash knockout where he
Yeah,
just didn't see it because it's like you're being in that position while you're not feeling physically, good in your best shape, you
Is
don't
he
know
okay
what.
though now?
Yeah. He's doing fine. He
Because
said
he
that.
was hit, like his back of the head hit the canvas quite heavy, and he was down for a while as well. Like I
Yeah.
like
Like, people,
I
but
didn't like.
like
Do you know
people,
what? I wasn't taking the fight serious because I was actually playing PlayStation, and then I had the fight in the background because I thought like Nova got this fight. He had it in the back, and then when I heard was it the second round, wasn't it? Or was
no,
it the
it was
third
the
round?
fifth round. It was the fifth
The
round.
fifth round. So like when I heard, oh, like how Top Rank are in it, like they're too dramatic. Like and then I turned the PlayStation off and I was like just staring at the screen, bro, like literally staring at the screen, like
Yeah,
I was
but
just shocked, like
I wasn't expecting Robesi to have
to
that.
do that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because he doesn't do those type of closeout finishes to
Yeah,
knock somebody out like that. He usually either ends you with like a body shot, or
yeah.
it takes out the referee to come in to force a stoppage, because he's not a puncher. He's just a pure boxer with
Yeah,
some
he's a
semi.
Cuban. He's a Cuban, isn't he?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's not like it's nothing new. He's not a deadly southpaw. He's just a
Yeah.
very like standard amateurish level Cuban southpaw. He's not like a naturally gifted, like really good professional style southpaw that will give you problems.
So, what do you reckon him and Navarrete? How would that fight plan out?
Knowing that Navarrete he can't box, I think Robesi will have that fight in the bag. But if Navarrete catches him with something very deadly, I could very well see Navarrete knocking him out. Simply because
Emmanuel Navarrete, like, I like his style. Emmanuel Navarrete,
Navarrete,
like
he's bigger than him too. He's actually
he,
taller than him.
yeah, but like his jab, Emmanuel Navarrete, the way he comes in with his jab, he jumps up somehow, and he throws like some sort of weird uppercut, bro. That man, that man is mad, but he is exciting though, like the way he fights. But I thought, is he gone up or is he still at 120, 126? Has he moved up yet or not?
He was gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what I heard, but then he turned that down. So I
Yeah.
think right now he's just gonna stay at 126, which is pretty stupid.
Mm,
But that's what I heard. He's basically gonna continue, defending his title.
yeah. So okay, so, yeah, and he was supposed to fight Valdez as well, isn't it? And then like somehow Bob like he done a U-turn. But you know what, Navarrete, man, he hasn't fought like a year, hasn't it? It's been a year now, isn't it? That we haven't seen Navarrete fighting. Like that's a bit bizarre why he hasn't fought yet. But hopefully we get to see him soon, and if they can fight them too. And I'll definitely be rooting for Navarrete. I want Navarrete to get revenge for us because what the Ramirez, what he done to Nova is just unforgivable, man. That was horrible, man. That's just
Yeah, it was terrible, but at the same token, I just know that Abraham Nova, he's a way better fighter than that.
yeah. It's just a mistake, and it
Wasn't,
happens, isn't it?
he wasn't physically built for that weight class, because if he was fighting at 130 still, he
Yeah,
probably be he would still be possibly undefeated right now. So
yeah. That was horrible, man. I still can't forget about it. But so he's okay now. Yeah, Nova's just he went to hospital and they checked him out and you spoke
yeah,
to him, yeah?
everything's fine. He told me that
Yeah,
he just got caught with like a really good shot,
yeah,
but he told me he's back in the ring in November. So
yeah. Oh, November, that soon. Wow. To me, if I was Nova, I would take a break from boxing. And I'll tell you why. Hear me out. Because sometimes when you suffer that type of knockout, you need to like just have a holiday, spend time with the family, and then take off like a year or something. Regroup and then come back. And he'll be much stronger. But
yeah, but
now he's gonna be under pressure now. If he doesn't deliver in his next fight, then Top Rank might not like really show his fights. Like that's what Top Rank is like. His fights are gonna be like on YouTube and stuff like that. Like he's gonna be like the first few fights that don't really come on the TV.
Yeah, well, the problem that I have with that is just that if he's not staying active,
Yeah,
then that's gonna hurt his livelihood of what he wants to do to become a champion. So
to become a champion. Yeah.
like I mean, at this point, he's 28 years old, about to be like what 29 in January. So
Yeah.
like
So it's not a young. Yeah, he's not
if
a young chap then.
if
He's
I
getting
was
on a bit.
working his advisement group, like I would basically try to keep him active as much as possible. I would say,
Yeah.
for this, like, November fight date coming up, he could
Yeah.
probably take a little tune up
Mm-hmm.
fight, and then after that, maybe like rest up for like a good 4 to 6 months. Fast forward, and then he
Yeah.
could be ready for for like the world title level competition very soon. Because it's not like Top Rank isn't going to like feed him to the lions, because it's not like he's damaged goods. I don't see that. I think honestly
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna
to me, the knockout below, like that knockout though, like that was to me it's not just it's not the punch, like the way he landed the back of his head, the canvas, like it was not pleasant to watch. Like like I've never spoken to the guy, but like I've listened to like when you interviewed him and Kano and that, so I kind of like feel like I know the guy even though I've never spoken to him. So like that wasn't a nice thing, man. But anyway, like what about Batebiev? What did you think of him?
uh he did a very good job. I mean, he
Yeah,
dominated Joe Smith Jr. He gave him the business, and
yeah.
that was a good ass fight.
Okay, what about Yard and Batebiev? What do you reckon? Like, what do you reckon's gonna happen in that fight? Like, let's put on like boxing hat on. Like, let's keep emotion out of it. Like, let's well, just yeah. Just give it a straight. Like, give it how it is, man. Say how it is, like always, mate.
He beat the lion shit out of Joe Smith Jr.
Big time, innit?
I mean, he made that white man look into the mirror and ask himself, "Am I like a white man anymore?" It's like Artur Beterbiev
Yeah,
basically took his soul, and I think honestly he actually took it easy on him.
I think
Sadly,
so as well. To be honest, I think
he took it
he was
so easy
actually playing
on
with
him.
him. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like honestly, that fight, that fight could have no. That fight could
yeah,
have easily went way worse, to the
yeah,
point where
yeah,
that fight could have been like a fucking Gavatsik type of fight, where
yeah.
Baturbia was just going to pound his ass, try to get him back up, and be like, "Nah, man, get up. I gotta."
He fucked him up, bro.
I gotta whip your fucking common ass again.
Bro,
Common,
but tell me, he beat the shit out of him, bro, man. I'm telling you,
I
man.
gotta, I
Like, I
gotta
don't
send
know.
you back. I gotta send you back to the union, so
And
that
you know
way
what? Yeah,
you pay your
he has
dues.
his union flag as well, innit? Oh my days, man. I think to be honest, I think Yard will do much better. I think Yard will get knocked out, but I think he's gonna do much better than Joe. You can't do worse than Joe.
Anthony Yarr is gonna end up like KSI, getting punched out of oblivion.
I think Yard will get knocked out, but I think it's gonna be his own downfall because he's gonna empty the gas tank like Tunde said when he fought against Kovalev. Tunde was like, "Come on, Anthony, empty your tank, empty it, Anthony." Like, so that's how he got knocked out. He gassed out in it, so it wasn't really a bad knockout. To be fair, it was like a jab, and then he basically quit. So, but I don't think he's not gonna get the same treatment that Joe Smith got. I don't see that happening. I don't see the same treatment happening. I think I don't know what if. Imagine if he wins though. Imagine if Yard pulls out and just knocks out Patebiev. We've
Oh
seen
my
much worse
God.
than that.
If he knocked him out,
Yeah,
then I mean, I'll give him credit, but I'm gonna start looking at Baturbia very funny, because it's like,
yeah,
why would you let a guy like him beat you?
yeah.
You're basically the ultimate demon king of that
Yeah.
division, and
Mhm.
you should be showing the world that nobody can't mess with you. Like
Yeah.
basically, you're with the shits, and nobody can't
Mhm.
nobody can't touch you. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, I would not want to see that. But if Yard was to pull up a major upset victory, then I
Yeah.
think honestly, like that type of victory would just be so crazy because it's like I would
Yeah.
not like that because it's like Yard. Like to me, I don't think highly of him, and that's
Yeah.
basically because he got knocked out by Kovalev, a guy that he was supposed to beat,
Yeah.
and he punched
He was
himself
winning
out.
though. He
Yeah,
was winning that fight though.
he was.
And then he just like Tunde, man. I don't understand why like he's with Tunde. He's just, you know what, boxing. Yeah, you shouldn't be loyal to anybody. When you're in boxing,
Oh,
because like somebody like Tunde will get you fucked up, literally. And
yeah.
and you know what? He's still right with himself. Like I listened to Tunde on an interview, yeah, and he was like, "Trust me, man, we're gonna beat this guy." Like he's talking as if Batavia was like easy work.
Yeah, buddy.
Deluded, bro. Like they're deluded. Like Tunde,
Sounds like a
Tunde
crackhead.
lives in a different world, bro, man. Like the man is like, yeah, like oh, this is not like the movies.
Gonna feel just like the movies. Good old
He's like,
British,
I don't know why people are scared of him.
British Rocky. The fuck out of here!
Tunde,
He about to die.
yo, Tunde is funny, man. But that fight, I'm sure it's gonna be like in the UK as well. So maybe that might help Yard a little bit. Like you don't have to do a lot of traveling, so there's no excuses of like traveling to another country. So, but yeah, that'll be maybe Patebia might be ill a little bit. Who knows? Who knows?
I hope.
But I hope not. I want to be honest. I like both guys. I like Yard and Patebiev. Patebiev is a Muslim and I'm a Muslim, and Yard, I'm a big fan of him. As a black guy as well. So it's kind of one of those ones, isn't it? Like it's gonna be, it's like
Yeah.
because Batebiev, like I know a lot of people that are from like Chechnya and stuff like that. Because he's not really Russian, is he? He's actually like Chechnyan,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
people
yeah.
from Chechnya, they're really, really like good people, man. They don't judge you and stuff like that, and they're not racist. From what I know, is that they come across as like down to earth people. So
Yeah, like I don't really talk to that many like how should I say like
yeah,
like I guess that the Arab, Middle Eastern,
yeah, hmm
I guess that the Slavic Arab, people like I never really come across them too often
yeah.
because it's
But
just
yeah,
that
man,
I
yeah,
just don't really know them.
yeah. I mean, not all of them are good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, a lot are good, but
Yeah,
majority of them, like if they're like proper Muslims, then yeah, I can vouch for them and say yeah, they're good people.
yeah, because I have like my beliefs, like against it, but it's just like
Yeah, yeah.
I still treat you as a human until
As
you
a human being, yeah,
disrespect me. Because if you
absolutely,
disrespect me, then like,
yeah,
like then me
hmm
and you will have conflict because I don't want to be disrespected and be treated
yeah,
as if that you have to tell me what to do. So that's why I
yeah,
don't like those people that are like hyper extremists and they try
yeah,
to like promote violence and all
hmm
this like enslavement type of
yeah,
like bullshit.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Nobody should control anybody, and I believe human beings, like you should all respect every human with the same amount of respect, whether they're white, black, and just respect everyone, like and tit for tat as well is not good. Just because someone's bad, you don't have to be bad. So just treat everyone with respect, and if they don't treat you with respect, yeah, you just move on. Especially on the internet, I see a lot of people going back and forth. It's not worth it, man. I'm telling you, like for people's health, people go back and forth all the time. Like why? You know, Even in real life, like what? Why? Like, is it worth it? Unless they're a direct threat to you, then like you're gonna have to defend yourself. But other than that, yeah, man, it's not, bro. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. I'm telling you. You know, it's just one of those ones, man. And even right now, let's say like I fuck up somebody up, yeah. Guess what? I'm gonna have some sort of consequences. The police gonna come. I get arrested, and you know, I might end up killing that person. You know, one punch maybe might kill them. What if I punch someone and basically they land on the pavement and that can like kill them? You know, the curb, or I don't know what you guys call it, if you know the pavement, or if you guys call it the curb. You know, the side of the road where they. Say that again.
Sidewalk.
Yeah. We call it curb or pavement or sidewalk. Yeah, yeah. So imagine the sidewalk is that. I've one time hit someone in different dimensions. Should I say? I don't want to incriminate myself. And basically, they landed on a pavement on a sidewalk, and I thought I thought they died, but they didn't. But I was worried, man, because they were a little bit off balance, and I just give them like, it wasn't even a proper punch, and they just fell down and it landed on the pavement, bro, man. And then ever since, like, yeah, like I just don't want to do that no more
Yeah.
because you don't know what can happen, man. Or I can get hit and I can land on a pavement, and that could be it for me, you know. It's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we got into this part of.
I have no clue. I just keep it. I just try to keep it boxing, but
we keep it boxing, man.
keep it boxing.
There's no boxing on YouTube though, like, but yeah, man. Nah, listen, this is, you know, you have a good, you know, listen, your platform is good, man. You have to keep it up. Just keep doing you, like, you know. I see you playing games. I do come through as well.
Yeah,
You know, you know, do what you like, bro. Like, enjoy. Yeah, if you enjoy playing games and post that, do that. If you want to talk boxing, you do it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, your name says K Rod anyway, so you can pretty much talk about whatever you like in it. You know,
yeah,
whatever you please. I mean, if people don't like it, they can go to like to the river, you know, and drown. You know, but it is what it is, man.
yeah. I don't care what anybody has to say. So
Yeah. And if they want to watch it, they can watch it. Listen, there's a choice in life, okay? And people got choices, and that's the thing. And I think, you know what? If you're real, if you be you, I think you know you will prosper. The people that are fake is the people that, you know, that will fail. So
yeah,
always be true to yourself, man. You know, always be true to yourself. That's the biggest advice I can give. You know,
that's what I do, man.
and yeah, and that's it, man. That's it. But yeah, like, you know, I can see you doing big things, and congrats to you. Have you got more interviews coming up, or have you been speaking to anyone of late? Anyone new?
Yeah, like I was talking with Nestor Bravo,
Yeah.
Mark Reyes, and who
Mm-hmm.
else? I'm also trying to get back that other guy that I had on my show, Shanard.
Oh, Steven Shaw?
Oh yeah. Like I've been trying to get back up with a big shot. I gotta send him send him a text message through
I was
Instagram.
speaking to him in it. I was speaking to him, and he's fighting soon.
Yep, I
So
can't wait
like
for
maybe
that.
me and you can have him, or our channel. So you can have him. I can have him, like, promote him. Let's promote him in it. Like, the
Yeah,
guy, like, he fights on top rank, so we should be able to promote him in it before, like, you know, before the big YouTube channels get involved. Like, let's promote him, like, you know.
yeah.
Otherwise, what's gonna happen is, like, he's gonna get big, and then he's gonna go to know the big YouTubers, and then we're gonna be like nobody's. You
Oh
know?
no. Like I
Yeah,
mean, I'm pretty sure Stephen Shaw is open
yeah.
to talk to anybody. So he's
No, but
not.
you know what I mean, in it. You know what I mean. Like, it's
He's
not. I
not
know it
like
can be open. It's
yeah,
gonna be open, but once you become big, you tend to forget other people. Like, it's a human nature in it. Like, you know, I'm not saying he'll be like that, but I'm saying the majority of the people, like, you know, you know, unless you have his phone number, then yeah, that's a game changer. Then yeah, you can
yeah,
contact him, like, you know, anytime. You know, but yeah, you know, fingers crossed, things will get better. You know.
yeah. Like I'll hit him up,
Yeah,
sometime soon. Because I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he'll be down to do it. Just he has like his own
yeah.
focus on on his boxing career. So
Absolutely, man.
I
Absolutely.
don't blame him.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to hit that bag.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. He's gonna, he's apparently he's gonna be fighting a Mexican now. Um, God knows who that's gonna be. But yeah, I'm. They want to see a knockout. From what I'm seeing Top Rank, if Steven Shaw doesn't get the knockout, then they might not show his fights. So even the last fight, it was a stoppage by the corner against Joey DeWaco. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Top Rank was like, he's there for the taking. They were saying like, yeah, and like Timothy Bradley and all that, they were not really happy about it. And then like, yeah, he needs to stop this guy. He needs to stop this guy. Like, if he wants to be on TV, they were saying as well. I remember at the time, I should have recorded that shit, man. And like, I feel like someone like Steven Shaw, like, yeah, if he doesn't really get the stoppage, they're gonna end up like, throwing him like out of the show. Like, that's Top Rank as savage, man.
Yeah, they are savage.
Really, really savage. You know that, innit? Fucking hell, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're pieces of shit. And
They're
they
like,
find
yeah,
ways to like say, oh, well, we can't promote you because you
yeah,
didn't hurt this guy like enough. Like, get out of here, man.
yeah. But
And
now, because he stopped Joey DeWaco, like now, it's on his record. So now they've got no choice but to bring him back. You remember and Guido Vianella?
yeah, Guido Vianello, he was supposed. Well, he told me that
Yeah,
he should be fighting him sometime soon
yeah,
because, as far as what I know, he's
yeah,
still at Top Rank.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I mean, if they're gonna set that fight up for him and Guido to fight, then I got Shaw knocking Guido out because I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
I don't think Guido's that good.
Yeah, but yeah. And you know what? This is the thing, though. Remember when Guido, like, he had a draw against Kingsley Ebay, that Nigerian guy that got knocked out by
Yeah,
Jared Anderson. And when he had a draw against Kingsley Ebay, like, Guido and Viniela, like, yeah, they lost interest. Like, ESPN lost interest in him. So this is why ESPN, they want to see a guy that's knocking people out. Why do you think they're big on Jared Anderson? Because he's stopping people. Yeah, like, if Shaw's a good fighter, but this is the thing, like, they want like the casual boxing fans to be involved. Like, they don't. These guys don't listen. These guys, like, they don't care about technical boxing, man. They want a stoppage, and if you don't get the stoppage, bro, they're gonna push you at the backstage. Like, yeah, you can fight like in the small hall shows. It's just the way they are, bro. It's
it's fucked
brutal.
up.
They're really brutal, man. So I hope that's why he's got a Mexican guy. So apparently, yeah, I asked him, Steven Shaw, because he had a live on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, when you fighting next? And he was like, yeah, I'm fighting on the 15th July on ESPN. I was like, okay, that's good, man. I said, that's sound. That's really good. And then I was like, against who? And he was like, against the Mexican. So clearly, Top Rank, wants like they want to see a KO. This is a test, bro, man. This is a big, big test, bro. They want to see highlight knockout, bro. And I hope he delivers that. And hopefully you can bring him to your show, and then we can ask him questions. Because I want to talk to him as well, because I want to tell him, look, you need to go for it, bro, man. In boxing, you get that one chance, bro. Once you knock out that guy, that Mexican dude, yeah, guess what's gonna happen? They might even like give him another, maybe like a Jared Anderson fight. They might put that on, not on a pay per view, but like on a main event, and they might get good money. This is why boxing, you have to make the most of it, man. You have to make the most of it. It's brutal, and it's just, yeah. So yeah, now they're keeping him for now. So hopefully, may long that continue, because he's a good guy as well, and he's a good fighter, man. He's a really, really good fighter.
Yeah, I like it. I think he's gonna become a world champion.
Yeah,
And some people
yeah,
want to disregard him to say, oh no, he's garbage, he ain't shit.
yeah.
And they basically use up the same talking points against
All
you know
the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They always do it to Black American or just black fighters that are not properly promoted,
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
they'll do it to prevent that fighter potentially upsetting, the apple card fighter that could take
Yeah,
over everything. And
yeah.
I just hate it because it's like this is why boxing sucks, because it's like the matchmaking is so politicized to the
Yes,
point where there's no proper ranking system. You're not getting enough money before you hit a world championship, like status level.
yeah.
And then on top of that, you're having to waste more years trying to get up to being a top level contender versus, if you're some politically favorited fighter, you could get a title shot,
Yeah.
within less than 10 fights. And I'm
With
just
let,
sitting here, like, wondering why is it that assholes like Vasil Lomachenko can get two back-to-back title shots within his second and third fight, which by anybody else's radar, they would say that's absolutely retarded. That's like trying to prevent Keyshawn Davis for him getting a title shot within his, let's just say eighth or ninth fight. But
yeah.
let's just say if he loses it, then people would say you're mentally retarded if you think Keyshawn should get another title shot.
That's what I'm
After,
saying.
yeah,
Vasily Lomachenko, he's, for me, yes, he's a good fighter. Absolutely, he's got the skills, and yes, he was a great amateur. But when it comes to the pros, the man got like, he's got like, how many does he got now? Salido and Teofimo Lopez. Okay, so and he's still like up there in the pound for pound rankings for ESPN, which to me it kind of baffles me. Like the guy gets so much push. They even were trying to make the Kambosos fight against Lomachenko. Lomachenko was like, "Yo, look, I'm trying to defend my country." So then they made the Haney fight. But look, this is the thing, though, man. I don't understand this push with Lomachenko. I've never seen this type of behavior. He's not British. He's not Australian. Not New Zealander. He doesn't speak fluent English, but yet he's getting this huge push, and they're not really profiting of him as well. So I just don't get it. Money wise, it doesn't make sense. Yeah,
yeah,
like he's not like dominating. So what is this? Just don't get it.
yeah,
I'm completely dazed by it. Yes, I can. I understand if they want to push Teofimo Lopez that way. He was knocking people out and all that. Until he lost his fight against Cambosos. Yeah, he speaks good English. He's from New York. Even Cambosa, if they want to promote Cambosa and stuff like that, yes, he can speak English. He's from Australia. Absolutely. There's a lot of people that like him. But guess what? Lomachenko, I just don't get that big, huge push. It just doesn't I can't add it up. Maybe I might be like delusional. I don't know. But I just can't add it up.
yeah,
Honestly, no. I don't know, man. And he's from Eastern Europe as well. Like Usyk, yes, I understand if they want to push Usyk that way, because Usyk, he's a great boxer and he's undefeated, two-weight world champion, undisputed cruiserweight, and he's unified heavyweight. So I can get that, but Lomachenko, I'm just lost for words, mate. Honestly, mate. But yeah, we move
yeah,
on, man.
yeah, man. Yeah.
But look, I'm gonna go. I'm tired, man. I'm not gonna lie. And I have to get up
Yeah,
a little bit. I have to get up in a few hours because I need to pray and stuff like that. But you're doing a great show, man. Keep this up, bro, man. Keep this up,
yeah.
and don't get discouraged, man. Regardless, bro.
Yeah, like I appreciate it. Like I'm gonna continue to definitely do these shows more often because
Absolutely, man. And I see that like you're doing more hours as well. Like your lives is longer now, which is
yeah,
like if I'm driving and stuff like that, sometimes I can listen back and and it's great. I love it.
yeah,
Absolutely great, man. Absolutely great, man. and don't get discouraged by it, and continue doing it. You're doing a great job. Um, your boxing brain, your IQ is quite high. You the world is your oyster, mate. I'm telling you, trust me, mate. Just keep it up. Just be unbiased. And
Yep.
yeah, keep it honest, man. People like it, they like it. If they hate it, they hate it. It's just it is what it is. It's your opinion at the end of the day. It's your take on. So yeah, keep the hard work going, bro. Keep the hard work going, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. With that, man, bless you. You know what I mean? Thank you for having me on your channel.
Yep.
As always, uh, you know, always good to be here. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Look, I'll talk with you soon.
All right, bless up, man. Safe.
Yep. Have a good night. I I appreciate you guys. It's been a good night, partners. But your boy K Rod sub 435 got to get up out of here. But first of all, I just want to say shout out to everybody that came through. You guys are the real MVPs of the chat. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to keep on doing this because sooner than later, once my channel becomes bigger, I'm gonna be getting like what 2,000, 3,000 plus viewers. Obviously, that's just like a theoretical, but I would like to definitely get up there. But yeah, let the grind don't stop, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys, and shout out to the mighty LDBC, and I'm out, y'all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you, and goodbye.